Hello, everybody, and welcome to the party. Welcome to the party is a community of people who like to play role-playing games together. There is a Discord, which you should check out if you're interested in playing games or want to see other people play games or just talk to people because it's full of really nice people. So check out the Discord. There's a Patreon. If you like what we do here, the Patreon goes to support everything that the channel tries to do and supports other artists and such. And we have what's the word? Supporters.
Patreons.
No, what's the word of people?
Subs.
Sponsors. Thank you, God.
Sponsors.
Sponsors. Yes. We have sponsors. Tabletoploot.com. Go to their website. It's got cool dice. SoNerdwear.com. They're the official merch sponsor of Welcome to the Party, and they have a slogan. Throck, what is that slogan?
La 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 la. So Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And there is RueInc.com. Devin Rue makes the best fantasy maps. And if you're into stuff like that, like I am, because I love maps, check it out because they're amazing. And there is, of course, Roll20. And Roll20 is what we use to run pretty much all these games that we run on here. Most of the things you see are run on Roll20 because it makes it super easy. And I believe that's it for our sponsors and the normal talk. Kevin was distracting me because he kept shaking his head, and I thought maybe I was doing something wrong.
No, I was hearing the sound of my cords.
What we are going to be. What did you say?
I was hearing the sound of my headphones scrape against my zipper, and it was amusing me. And then I realized I shouldn't do that.
Why are your headphones by your pants?
I thought I was saying something wrong, and you were like,
"Why are your headphones in your pants?"
My pants don't have a zipper.
So we are playing Blades in the Dark. Blades in the Dark is a world where everything sucks ass. The sun is gone. The seas are black and full of leviathans. There's cannibal ghosts all over the planet. And the story takes place in a walled-off city, as all the cities pretty much are, where humanity hides behind massive lightning walls and living in overcrowded cities, full of criminals and corruption and general nastiness. And our players play a group of scoundrels who are trying to work their way up in a city that is constantly trying to eat them in one way or another. And who are our players? You ask. Good question, random citizen. Our players are as follows. Bisonic, tell us who you are, who you play.
Hello, my name is Bisonic Kevin on the Twitter, and I am playing Sparrow, a lurk with some powers and stuff. Also, my voice is coming back slowly.
But you're going to sound like gravelly badass.
Yeah, I'm going to sound like Dr. Girlfriend tonight, so.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Awesome. And Throck, tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Hi, my name is Sean, and I'm playing Grimalkin. Grimalkin is a spider. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Yes,
yeah,
he's a spider. Yeah.
A spider slide cutter a little bit?
No, a little bit cutter. No slide.
Sort of a mat.
I do sometimes cut things if I have to, but I prefer to hit them in the mouth with my fists, or sleep juice.
Sleep gas. Yeah. Sleep juice.
Yeah, and I'm kind of the planner, mastermindy. I'm the party buffer, is what I am. I buff the party. I give them extra things. Thank you, Captain Starhawk, for the follow, and you can find me at
Bless you, Amanda.
Bless you, Amanda.
And Death by Mage.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet, and I will be playing Victor, the Leech.
Excellent. And Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear, and I am playing Evany, the Whisper.
And I am Evan. I will be your game master, your blades master, your storyteller, whatever they're called in this. I'm running the game, so I'll be in charge of the world around them. And also, my internet is a bag of butts. So if I suddenly am in the middle of talking and go, "Where did everybody go?" That's why. So bear with me. I will do my best. This is the worst, and I don't know why it's happening. So last time on Blades in the Dark, I do believe last time we played, there was, I guess you could call it a bit of an issue. There was a problem that had to be fixed. Victor had unknowingly aided Merciful Mishka, one of the mafia bosses, into slaughtering all of the Scoville Liberation Front in a vicious bombing strategic in which many people lost their lives. Around 300 people died. But massive city, lots more people, not a problem. The leader, Addy, had survived, and he swore revenge and hated the city for what had happened, and was already sort of a little loosey-goosey in the head. So he decided to try to bring down one of the lightning walls, which would undoubtedly kill many, many people. Victor found out about the plot thanks to Ivan, the man that he rescued, and the team worked together to try to stop Addy. They discovered that Addy was going to destroy one of the pylons outside of the carnival that Sparrow has known so well. So setting up the carnival and doing a couple more research things, they were able to figure out kind of what was going to happen. But due to Scarlet's quick thinking or brash decision making, she had caused them to start their job a little early because she blew up one of their houses. Oops. And so it was a race to get to the pylon. They were able to meet Addy there. A big battle ensued on the carnival grounds. And they were able to hit my table. And they were able to reach Addy as he was entering the elevator of the pylon, and Victor was able to bring the elevator down, slamming it to the ground. He confronted Addy, the leader of the Scoville Liberation Front, now defeated and broken on the bottom of a smashed elevator, and tried to get him to see reason. But Addy was too far gone, and instead wanted to shoot this machine in order to cause it to explode, hopefully still destroying the pylon, the bomb that he had with him. Victor had already planned for this, and he had orchestrated the pylons to kind of decrease in power, stretching the ghost field in just enough so it peeled through the pylon, and thousands of grasping ghostly hands came for both Addy and Victor. And Victor, for a minute, was completely at peace with letting the hands take him, until with both Sparrow and Ebony trying to coax him away from it, telling him he still had people here that may need him. And so at the last second, Victor pulled away, allowing the ghosts to drag Addy screaming into the darkness. And then everything was okay. Everything was great. And he's dead as fuck now. But you guys saved the day and kind of saved the city. The only people that really got hurt were, well, a whole bunch of people got hurt, but the only person important that got hurt was Bill. Bill got shot a lot because he went up against people who had guns. Fucked them all up, but got pretty hurt. So he's sort of laid up, as it were. Not dead, but hurt. So after the city has been saved, what do you guys do? Do you go celebrate? I mean, we kind of ended right there with you destroying the pylon. We can pick up there. We can pick up a few days later with you all nursing your wounds and picking yourselves back up.
Well, if you want to think about that, I certainly imagine I had some business to attend to during that time.
Absolutely. And so here's how I usually handle okay, so this is your first time back. First things first. You all did get paid for killing Groon. You got 4 coin, 2 of which was given to you straight up in coin, 2 of which was given to you in basically like, what kind of item would you like? I made it custom for each person. But because Snow put your guys' team together and you did a job for Snow, he kind of knows you better than the other gang members do. And he tends to give custom gifts to people, like things that he knows that they would like. One of the reasons why he seems to make his way easily in the city. So what is something that Gromolkin that's worth about 2 coin, pretty badass item or favor or whatever, that Gromolkin would attain from the job?
Yeah, so I actually have an idea for this. I would like to think that it is an improved set of false identity gear. It's a couple of like reversible coats and pants and things that can easily be switched to look wildly different. And on top of that, it's a clear latex face that I can put things in to immediately change the shape of my face just by going like that.
I know
right?
exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
So this will limit from in the older jobs where you were changing costumes mid-job and like you had to basically Superman your fucking way out of things because you had like 6 seconds to do so. Now it will be much faster, seamless. You turn a corner almost. You turn into and you're a fucking different person.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think that's fair. I think that makes a lot of sense. Cool. All right. So like an expert's like disguise kit, essentially. Yeah. I like it. All right, very cool. Very cool. We'll say it was made he got it from the mimes, because I feel like that's something the mimes would use. Some weird actor thing. Like, look at me, I have a million different outfits.
Yes, it's perfect.
It's perfect, yeah. But very cool, very cool. All right, and then other than that, on top of that, you got 2 coin. And then I guess we'll start with you. What business did you attend to? If you want to tell us, you can. If you don't, that's okay too.
Yeah, I want to talk to Nigel Weatherford III.
Nigel Weatherford III.
Yes.
Very well. Okay, so
let's get this moving.
Yeah, you arrive at Nigel Weatherford's home in Six Towers. Now, Nigel Weatherford's home was once grandiose and beautiful, is still beautiful in its own right, but a little dilapidated. It kind of reminds you of Lady Vasheen, where it was once much more extravagant and has now fallen a little bit to the wayside.
Yes.
I'll say he knew that you were coming, and you are welcomed in. And as you enter, you're welcomed in by his butler, a massive, towering man. Looks like he's a very like Gruner, like a big, reminds you of Bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the character model scale, he's the big one. He's the one that they always use for the big guy. So you come in, and Nigel Weatherford, as you enter make your way through the mansion, this massive man leads you to an area where you can start to hear these weird sounds, and it reminds you of Victor. There's like metal clanging, electricity zapping, and then you hear a small explosion and a smell like ozone. And the man opens this massive butler opens up the this large metal door that leads to essentially like what would be like a garage for us, but is this just a big like concrete workshop. And inside you see like weird mechanisms. You see like strange, like a massive structure that looks like it looks almost skeletal in design, but like with tapestry all around it. There seems to be like balloons that are floating and like gases that are being tested with fire. It's a bizarre place. Strange smell, and you can see that the Nigel Weatherford III is sitting there in like kind of again like Victor sort of clothes, like tinkerer's overalls, and he has a kind of wild hair and these large goggles on his face, and he turns and so he turns to you and he's like, hello.
Oh,
who's this in my home?
Oh Jesus. I guess you're Nigel Weatherford?
The very one. Welcome to my home.
Could I have a pair of goggles as well?
Why? Do you like your eyes?
I do.
Well, maybe you should. I only got one.
Oh, it's all right. I bring my own just in case. We do live in the land of steampunk.
That's very good. That's very smart. Then you won't mind if I continue my work.
No, please do.
Good. And he picks up this small, like, apparatus, flips it, and it goes with this bright light, and the butler goes and shuts his eyes and turns around and leaves the room. And he goes, now then, screaming over the sound.
Yes.
How may I help you, sir?
I believe we have a... I believe we have a... Could you stop for just a moment?
Yes?
I believe we have a shared interest in a certain individual who has been a problem to both of us. I've been dragging you down for quite some time.
Merryweather.
Yes.
I hate that fucking guy.
He's not great, no.
He's not just not great. He's a fucking scourge is what he is. He's done untold terrible things.
That is correct, yes.
And what are you looking for? You
want to ruin him.
Ooh. You want to kill him?
I would rather him live in the same disgust, the same low state that I've had to. preferably in another city, never to return. But if he has to die, then that is fine as well. But that is secondary to torture. Yes.
I like the other one. That sounds way more fucked up. So you just want to bring his whole world out from underneath him and watch him flounder in filth.
Yes, and then send him off somewhere so horrible that he shall never return. Indeed.
Now that sounds fucking great. I think I can help you out.
Really?
I think I can.
How and for how much?
I'll tell you what. It's sort of a tit for tat kind of thing.
Of course.
I've got 3 names in my pocket. These 3 people. Now, Merryweather knows a lot of people, and a lot of them can help him and protect him. But these three can pull him out of anything. And I mean, you fuck him up, these 3 will lift him right back up. So it's not so much Merryweather that I'm worried about, but these 3 fucks that he's got above him who run this fucking city. Well, not really, but they're really powerful. One of them is the councilman. The other one's a nobleman, and the last one's a Leviathan hunter. Ooh, spooky. So, what I want, and what I think we can help each other with, is I can give you these 3 people and a whole shit ton of information about them. And you steal for me an item from each one, and then we'll call it squaresies.
I think that sounds lovely, yes.
Should be done lickety split. Easy as pie. They're all pretty stupid.
Except they're so powerful they can get our mutual friend out of trouble very quickly. So they're both stupid and incredibly powerful at the same time.
Well, they're super fucking rich. You don't need to be smart to be rich.
That's true.
They're also really good at politics. You really don't need to be smart to be good at politics.
That's absolutely correct.
None of them are very smart. The other one's also a huge asshole who drives a boat. You don't need to be smart to be an asshole who drives a boat.
Right. So, but anything else I steal within their homes is mine, yes?
Oh, I don't give a shit about that, yeah. There's just 3 things I want, and 3 things is all I'm after.
And when you say things, you mean things and not people?
Yeah, I mean things. I don't want people. What am I going to do with people?
I don't know. We've run into some people movers in the past, and I'd prefer not to be re-engaged with that sort of activity.
Boy, human trafficking? I don't want that. Jesus.
Okay, good.
Yeah, what kind of people do you work for,
horrible
crazy?
people. Well, no, we actually
saved
these people. We saved these people from human trafficking, that's all I'm saying. Anyways.
Oh, okay, well, that's better.
3 people, 3 items. Let's do it. What are we doing?
Well, first of all, let me give you the names. So, the first one you're looking for is the Leviathan captain, right?
Sure.
Actually, it was a she. I apologize. Her name is Michelle Hedgeworth. Captain Michelle Hedgeworth. And she captains a ship known as the Jolly Dodger. Isn't that fun?
That's a terrible name.
It is. Anywho, she's a huge asshole. And what she does is she sinks competitors' ships and steals shipments of Leviathan blood. So when a ship goes down out there, it's really hard to tell who done it. She done it. I can tell you she done it. She keeps trophies. Maybe on a ship, maybe in a house. But she keeps trophies from every ship that she sinks. She essentially gets on, kills everybody, steals it, bam, she sinks the ship, and, Bob's their uncle. She's good. And what I want from her is a little item from a Leviathan ship that I once held dear to my soul. Yes. I want a statue. It was belonged to the ship known as the Juice Goose.
I'm sorry, the Juice Goose.
The Juice Goose. The Juice Goose.
Yes.
You silly. That's what I want. It's a small statue of a goose, and it shoots juice out of its mouth. It's fucking awesome. I want to make a fountain out of it, and I want it to shoot juice. Get it? That's the name.
I understand.
Okay, next name.
I have a question.
Yes?
I have a question. How is stealing these items supposed to inoculate our attempt on our dear mutual friend from their help?
Oh, no. The Juice Goose has nothing to do with Merryweather. He doesn't care. What you want to make sure that it's known that Leviathan ship captain sinks other ships. That's a big fucking no-no to the government. And they will put his ass in a prison so
I wanted
deep.
To make sure. Yes, okay.
So essentially what I'm telling you is the Juice Goose is for me. That was the trophy from one of the places he sunk. But she's got trophies of all kinds of ships. She's sunk maybe about 6 ships in her lifetime, which is a big fucking deal. But one Leviathan ship can really fuck up another one.
Sure.
and she's good at combat in the ocean at least.
Yes.
So if you get the evidence of what she's done, hopefully
Got
it's
it.
enough.
All right, who's next?
It's a nobleman. His name is Vincenzo Latimer.
Vincenzo Latimer.
He lives in Brightstone and he's super rich. I think he's like into some cult shit. I think he kills people and stuff.
Do some cult shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kills people and stuff. Copy that.
Now, Vincenzo used to be my neighbor back in the day. He used to live here in Six Towers. And then he moved. And then he got really fucking rich because of some stupid thing. I don't know. Maybe something to do with a cult thing. But he's got a wagon. He's got my wagon. I had to sell it to him when times were hard. And it is the best wagon, and I want it back. It could also be a getaway vehicle. Just drive it here.
All right, again with and then there's proof there that he is a cultist and that in blah, 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 he kills people.
That's what I would suggest, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, the last one's a doozy. The city is run by a council, right? There's a couple of people that run this entire place. They all take votes on shit, and they decide the laws. They decide everything. Well, one of them sucks ass, and his name is Conrad Ruckerbacher.
I'm aware of him.
Okay. Well, so he lives in White Crown. He controls laws, and I believe, though I can't prove it, but I'm pretty damn sure he's selling secrets to the Eruvian government.
Selling secrets to the Peruvian government.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And what would you like me to steal from him?
Now, this is gonna sound crazy.
I'm sure after the Juice Goose, it won't be that crazy.
He's got sort of a knack for inventing things, like I do. Of course. He's got a team of people, right? And his team developed this sort of huge thing that spews fire. I want that.
Sort of like a flame projector.
Oh, I guess, but like 10 times as big. I don't know what the fuck they're building it for, but I know what I want it for.
All right. So far I haven't heard of a way to eliminate him from the equation.
Secrets to the Eruvian government.
Oh,
he
right.
should
yes,
have
sorry.
letters, probably.
I was also updating an overlay at the same time in my brain. Yes, you're
That's
right.
Fine.
Secrets to the Eruvian government and a giant fire projector.
Yeah, you'll most likely know it when you see it.
Yes, it sounds hard to miss.
So, but like I said, these people, they ain't too bright. And I think what'll work on your side and why I agreed to meet you is I've heard of the Phantoms, but you're definitely not considered a threat to people as protected as this. So I think what you got working for you is they won't fucking see you coming.
That is what we do.
Well, that's excellent.
Yes.
So you do that and you're golden.
Well, this has been informative and helpful, and I will have 3 items for you within the week.
Oh, I would also advise that you maybe hit them all pretty fast within each other's time frame because they all know each other.
Sure, and it'll increase security between the 3. I understand entirely. Yes.
You got it.
Yes. It has been a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise. Now, when you find the things, bring them to me, and we'll maybe, I don't know, do a dance or something to celebrate.
Yes.
Do you want some chips? I have some chips. And he reaches into a bag of nuts and bolts, and he pulls out nuts and bolts and chips. They're mixed in with other things. I don't know what these are. Little doohickeys.
I'm really good. Thank you. This has been illuminating and helpful.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And you leave Nigel Weatherford III as he continues to turn right around and start working on random shit in his workshop.
All right, I'm out.
And as you this fucking guy, as you exit. Now, I don't know if you remember, but at the end of the harrowing, you were given a letter. And the letter was supposedly very important to aiding in bringing down Weatherford.
Oh, yes. I did forget about that entirely because it's been 2 weeks and I'm a terrible person.
No, I get it. If you want to read it, you must read it by firelight.
So I needed to read it alone and by firelight.
Yes, it was suggested you read it alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's for you only, really.
Okay, then I would like to read it alone and by firelight, perhaps while everyone else is out saving the world or something ridiculous.
You return to the school and everybody's gone. Where the fuck is everybody?
Where the hell did everyone go?
We live in a world without goddamn cell phones, and it just makes everything so hard. So yeah, we'll say Frank. Frank is just sitting outside next to a dream catcher as you walk by, and he goes, "I'm not allowed to let this move."
All right, where is everyone?
Oh, I don't know, saving people. They're beating
all
up a bad guy and stopping a bunch of ghosts.
Okay, well, I probably won't die. Okay.
They're at a carnival.
Oh, then
Right,
I'm sure everything's fine. Yes. All right.
Yeah, they're probably having fun.
They're probably having fun. It's probably a good night. All right.
All right, so you get into a nice quiet room by firelight as the fire crackles and the wood warms around you.
Wood warms.
You open up this letter. The letter is sealed with a wax seal in this red wax that is the symbol of an eye, but the eye has like a line down the middle of it. You've not seen this symbol before, unsure what group it's affiliated with. Now, I have just sent it to you in Discord.
Ooh.
If you wish, you can read it aloud. If you don't want to, you can read it to yourself, and I can jump to another party member. It's up to you.
I will read it out loud because I want to. Because people
By all
watching
means.
should know as well.
Absolutely. If you read the last part is where it will get juicy, and if you want to hold that part to yourself, that's okay too, because that can be like a flashback thing or something.
Yes.
Something to keep in your back pocket. But
Oh, okay. Yes. All right.
but the rest of it, yeah, sure.
Dear Grimalkin, I have watched you closely. Your deeds are both inspiring and troubling. You make great waves in this city, and at times it looks as though those waves will swallow you whole. But somehow, you seem to float back to the top. I will admit this tenacity and determination to destroy those who oppose you is most intriguing. Given time, I believe you could find your way out of the gutter and perhaps even to the high table. But only time will tell. For now, take this as both a gift from an admirer and a test of sorts. There's a gift. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It ends with, if this message gives you pause as you are careful and untrusting nature may dictate, then read this well. He has become an enemy to the unseen. I have no idea who that is. Do with this what you will. We will be watching. Sincerely, Mr. Soot.
Mr. Soot.
Soot.
I don't know if I spelled that right.
You did.
But so the unseen, you've probably only heard whispers of them, but they are supposedly there's rumors of a shadowy organization, an underground organization that runs the city. Think mob bosses above mob bosses. Think the people who run this city truthfully.
Okay.
The wars of the gangs are like little shit to the unseen. The
They're
unseen
little
sway
bitches to them.
politicians.
Yes.
Yeah, these are the big bosses. And Mr. Soot, I guess he's one of them.
Yep.
But and the high table, you have no idea what the fuck that is.
I
But
have
it
an
means some-
inference of what that is.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's true or not, but my gut tells me that is the. If I know that the unseen are kind of the big boys, and they're the ones who run the place, the high table is probably their either an actual high table where they all sit and make decisions, or the euphemistic place where people who are part of that group
So
sit
now-
and what they
so
consider
now-
each other. Yeah.
So now it's definitely both.
Okay, I
Now
want it to be
it's
both. Yeah, yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
just a very high table where they're like
They're
my
like, come on.
feet dangle.
It's like being 5. Yeah.
We feel super important
Yes.
up here. Yeah, fuck you. So definitely both. But yeah, which is not only, but that's a huge. If you want to continue your life of crime, these are the people to do it with. But yeah, so that is what you have. All right.
I'm just reading it now because I'm very excited. I'm reading it again. Okay.
Okay. Then
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. Good. No, I just read the parentheses. Where it says,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not monsters.
We're not monsters, because that's not really your.
Yeah. Yeah.
If another player would maybe jump on that, but Scarlet or Revenue maybe. All right,
Yeah.
so, ladies and gentlemen, I will say that maybe like about an hour or two passes, and you all return from your misadventures in the carnival. Grimulkin, they return a little, looks like a little tired, haggard. Ebony has a dope samurai sword
Dope?
that has blood on it.
She would have cleaned it.
Oh, probably. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Gotta.
Sparrow has a new like suit of like under armor under her robe that's looking pretty cool. Victor, though, Victor, how do you return from this?
I look really tired and weary. Also, there is like a weird electrocoil like weapon hanging on his side.
Like a big weird gun that looks like it's constantly has electricity coming off of it, but it's like contained in glass.
Welcome back. I was told you were out at the carnival, perhaps. Seems like things got complicated.
Didn't get any popcorn.
I did.
All right, then. Well, if you
Yes,
don't want to
you
talk
did.
about it, I'm going to bed.
No, we saved the
glad
city
you-
from rampaging ghosts. Someone was trying to bring down the lightning wall.
Oh,
We got to
well,
play heroes.
good job. Well done. Well played. I'm sure that makes up for all the other people we've killed so far.
Actually,
no,
that reminds
it
me.
don't.
Yes?
No, I was
Oh.
going to erase Victor's board, but no.
Well, I have jobs for us, but we can talk about them in the morning.
Mm.
Anything else?
The paper comes out. I heard it. Kevin and his
See?
note taking.
Okay. So we
Cool.
got Ivan,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the latest leader of the Ironbiters is dead.
Really?
Waylon.
Yeah.
The Ironbiters are all but destroyed at this point. They're pretty much all gone. Because you guys kept hammering them, and especially that last one, they have been pretty much, and with constantly being badgered by the badgers and attacked by the billhooks, it was too much. They couldn't keep going. The Ironbiters are basically kaput, have been absorbed.
Oh, and we have a trinket for you. You can choose from a rat skull with metal teeth,
Pass.
a necklace of people teeth, a
Super
glass
pass.
vial of writhing bugs,
No.
or literally someone's hand.
Out of all of those, let me see the hand.
I take
It is dried and mummified. It is not wet or weird or uncomfortable. It doesn't feel
Well,
like
it's
you're
weird.
shaking it.
Well,
It
that's
is
what I'm
weird.
wondering. Yes, you're like,
It's dried up and shit's like a mummy's hand without the wrapping.
I feel like that is the least awful of these. So that is what I'm going to take. What,
No,
does
the
it,
least awful I already gave away. All right.
what does it do something?
Yes, it's
Well, why didn't you
ghosts
tell me that
will.
part first?
I'm so
Do they all do something different?
It poisons you. You're holding it.
It's a powerful spirit charm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a more powerful.
Spirit bane?
Yes, it's
Excellent.
not only ghosts will attack anything else first.
Mm-hmm.
They
don't wanna attack you yet.
Fun. Perfect. Thank you. How did you get this?
Auntie.
Oh, so lovely, your auntie.
Huh.
I'm
How
going
is
to find.
she?
She's auntie.
Hmm.
Tea was good.
Going to find a nice velvet bag, and then slip this palm open into my back pocket, so someone is always touching my butt.
As you do so, you definitely feel the charm works. More ways than one.
I like it. I like it.
You feel safe and comforted at the same
And cupped
time.
at the
And
same
wanted.
time.
You feel
Yes.
wanted.
Yes.
Supported emotionally and physically.
Yes. We live in a time before underwear, you understand. And so this is great.
Oh, that just made the Blades world so much worse. Also, Caesar Black, Sky is gone. Blah blah blah. Ghosts. Also, no underwear.
No underwear, of course. Yes.
Well, there's underwear. It's just not normal underwear.
And it's all
like-
made of burlap.
Yes, fancy breeches.
Linen.
Burlap. Sorry, guys. Burlap. Blades, they don't make linen. Burlap.
Great.
Eel skin.
Oh god.
Oh God.
God.
Why?
Which is why
I can't-
most people freeball.
They'd rather do that
That's
than wear
fair.
eel skin.
Ugh.
You know, as a person who is eating eel skin, yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they
Same.
tan it. Anyhow.
That's still. Yeah.
So, also, yeah, that's all I really got for now.
Well, that's not too horrible. I mean, you didn't blow anything up. Didn't kill anyone incredibly important. Well, I mean, did you blow something up and I missed it?
Oh, there were several bombs went off throughout the city. 300 people are dead.
Oh
We
yeah.
should get clean house.
Forgot to mention that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mishka probably don't ever want to cross her. Just
Were we planning on it at some point?
No, in fact,
No.
her political star is rising. It could be useful to us.
That's
Mm.
good. Yeah.
She was actually, you saw her in a picture in the paper shaking hands with members of the council, the people who run the city. Most likely the councilman that you're after was probably one of those people. Doesn't mean she's in league, but it does mean that she knows them because they were awarding her for essentially
believe-
saving the city from the SLF.
Nice. And I believe we could leverage that to our benefit, especially if she was looking for a seat upon the council. For,
I had not
Okay.
thought of that. but that is good. And
yes.
what do you give power hungry people? Power.
Power, yes. Because what do they give you in return? Power, yes. Yes. All right, so,
Shit.
I'm gonna bring this up now. I have a way to take down 4 major political players in the city and make a lot of money doing it. And I think make a very powerful friend, it sounds like, in Mishka.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then I explained the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Leviathan hunter who steals from other Leviathan hunters, and Noble who does weird cult shit.
Stabs cults,
And-
stab people.
The Ruckabacker,
Councilman.
Councilman Ruckabacker, who apparently is stealing secrets and selling them to the Eruvians.
Like the Red Sash Eruvians?
I
Like
believe
the
so.
government.
Okay.
Iruvia is a country
Yes.
across the sea.
Yeah.
That's where the Iruvians come from, and they have a government that is not controlled by the Empire and has a very shaky truce.
Yes. And thus, reporting him to the governor with the right amount of proof would remove him from the council and open up a position for a rising political star, should she wish it. But we can come to her first and let her know that we have this information, and sell it to her for the right price, and let her be the one who turns it in. We don't need to have that sort of thing on us. In fact, she could take down all 3 of them for us. Think about how powerful she would be then.
I like it.
Oh, God.
What?
I want to get some dirt on Mishka now.
Perhaps in the course of we were going to need some sort of dirt on her in the
Insurance.
long run. Yes.
I think we have a perfect person who can give us more dirt on Mishka.
I mean, that's fine. I don't want to have to tap that unless we
Tap it.
need it.
Yes.
Yes. That means we need to make sure Ivan doesn't leave.
All right, we hold on to Ivan.
Well, that's
and
not
we
hard.
make sure Mishka knows that we would never betray her by having a reason for her.
To never betray us.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'll be prepare more truth serum.
Truth serum. Yes, of course. Truth. Anything else? We can get started in the morning.
We should not forget about Kay went to go see to something, or sorry,
Who's
Scarlet
Kay?
went to go
Who is
see to some
Kay?
things. She mentioned some X or something. And she but we keep an eye on the lacrimose, and we should keep an eye on the gunpowders that we have now succeeded in getting yet. And Auntie Auntie has a target that she will tell me about, but has not yet done.
All right, what kind of target? Do you know anything about it?
No.
Okay. That's not very helpful.
It's not, but when it matters, it'll matter.
Yes. Okay. Right, to bed. In the morning we begin.
Break. So, you all go to sleep, and then you wake up. Victor, you were making a truth serum. I'll say you don't have to make a tinker check for that. You can just make that because you already know how to do it.
Mhm.
Okay. Then when we wake up, did you want to start? Because it sounds like you had something.
I need to burn off some stress.
I also need to bleed a
Ew.
crap ton of stress.
Okay. So, vices?
Yeah, I go
Vice
right back to the circus.
Viceland? All right.
Yep.
You go back to the circus. And he's very happy to see you. Also really confused. and
I will tell him the whole thing.
And the carnival, actually, when you get there, the carnival had been, it probably has some wardens, a lot of wardens there because of what had happened. But they don't seem to be hurting the carnival people and seem to understand and see that the carnival people had already been shoving bodies into acid barrels that they have for
Oops.
some reason. So the wardens were actually like, yeah, kick ass, do that shit because they fucking hate ghosts the most.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's actually going pretty well over there.
All right.
Yeah, so you go ahead and do that.
6.
Damn.
I clear my vice because I can add one more.
Nicely done.
Nice.
All gone. Cool. And you were clearing your vice as well, Grimulkin?
Yes, please.
Are you going to your cigar club?
I am.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Nicely done.
6, very good.
Which is exactly how much stress I had. Boop, 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 boop.
Yay.
And are you guys doing stress as well?
Yeah, I am. I have to. I'm literally
have
one
mine.
away from filling my box.
I just need to heal.
That's valid.
How damaged are you?
1.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we'll say you.
Okay.
Ow, my.
Oh my god, I
brain.
also got a 6.
Damn, you guys fucking crushed it this time.
Yep. Good. Let's
Nicely
get all those
done.
6 twos out of the way now.
Yeah, fucking A.
Holy cow.
Okay. Then you're
Are-
good.
Let's just kill out. Does anyone have any other downtime activities they need or want to do first? I was going to cover our asses in some way. I forgot.
So was I,
You wanna-
actually.
You wanted to get dirt on Mishka, or was this a different thing?
I mean,
Is this in preparation for the job?
no, it was in. It was doing something else. I forget why. Oh, last time I think I further covered my own tracks.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this time I will start seeing if I can get a touch of stuff out of like Ivan and then some other sources.
Try to get some info on Mishka.
Yeah, basically I'm gonna tail Mishka for a while.
Okay. All right,
Actually,
sure.
no, not tailing her. That would be more of a hunt. I'm trying to think the best way I could do this.
You want to steal something from her, or do you want to?
I do not want to steal something from Mishka.
Okay.
No.
I'm the
That's
wrong
fine.
person to do this, though. Okay, so never
I
mind.
mean, we can use prowl, and you were her shadow. Rather than
True.
you're still a thief and stuff. You're still sneaky as
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm not going to
You're
actively
like
take
underneath
something,
windows and shit. Like stuck on walls like Spider-Man.
but I want to find someone Mishka cares about.
So that's your goal.
Yeah,
I like it. Do it.
risky standard.
Yeah. Very risky.
6. I got a
Nice.
6.
Nice.
Okay. So I would say here's something that you notice when it comes to who and what Mishka cares about. First of all, you do this by just following her around, by being like watching where she goes and such?
Yeah,
Or do you okay.
kind
Because
of
it's
being
prowl, right?
places I know she goes, and then seeing where she goes when she's not at those places.
Awesome. Okay. So people and things that Mishka cares about. Mishka loves her museum and she loves those artifacts. She is truly collecting them, from what you see, out of a genuine love of history and an interest in art. She is cultured in that manner. She seems to read a decent amount, but more so loves the statues and the artwork and the historical items. She wears that sword on her hip now, wherever she goes. It was a gift from Snow that you guys had stolen. So she definitely is attached to that thing because it whoops ass. And as far as people, Mishka seems to keep people at a bit of a distance. Everyone she meets, she is friendly, but always like professional, kind of cut and dry. Not in the way where Snow is like aggressive and, you know, the crows are sort of like cold and tired in how they talk, and the Eruvians are kind of like they put their nose up at you, the red sashes. But Mishka, it treats you respectfully, and it's all business. However, she is considerably softer with her crew, her minions, her henchmen. There's only a few of them. There's maybe like 10 people total. Her gang is small, but they are potent people. All of them were definitely ex-military. And beyond that, like Victor was a specialist in his own right because he was like a bomb maker. I'm going to say that you can see that the bond she shares with these men and women is one of a group, a unit that worked together under some heavy shit. They were Skovlin heavy fucking, they were wet works motherfuckers. Like probably assassinations, probably sabotages, probably destroying shit behind the scenes, going deep undercover or deep behind enemy lines. And it seems that among her group, she cares most about Boris, her right hand man. They share a very close kind of relationship.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't say it's not physical, like they're not like in love with each other, but there may be some tension there. You know what I mean? You also discover that in this, Mishka, I don't know if you would know this. I don't think you would know this. Maybe
I would also be looking for her, like giving money, like dropping off to a nanny or an orphanage or some kind of boarding school. Anything that would indicate if she had a child.
She does not have a child. And I would say that, you know what, now because she has power, she has influence, you probably actually do see her reaching out and working with mostly like the people that need Skovlins, things like that, people who are kind of underappreciated, underhelped. People don't help them very much. So you probably do see that, but it's no one connected directly to her. But she does seem to have a genuine, like, at least a care about doing it. But again, whenever she does this, it's semi like public, like people see her doing it. So like whether she's doing it on purpose or not, it's sort of impossible to tell. She's a very hard to read person. She's kind of has like dead eyes. So, you know, it's hard to read if she's doing this for the show or if she's genuinely cares about these people. But definitely
she also
cares
about gaining power. So
yes, but like what to give you kind of what you're looking for, if you kidnapped one of her like henchmen or if you whatever, she would care. This is like a no man left behind kind of person. You know what I mean? When it comes to her people.
Yes, but she's got nothing we can subtly threaten her with. If you threaten her, it's war. Yeah.
With such a small team, being able to do what she just did is a pretty big deal. They're obviously very practiced at what they do.
But it also shows that she rewards loyalty and initiative.
So yeah, I would say definitely that's something to consider, is that these people, they treat her right, she treats them right. Like I said, cut and dry professional. 1 + 1 = 2 with her. It's
gotcha.
What you see is kind of just what you get.
I'll come back to Grimalkin with that.
Okay. All right.
Let him know that. All right, and that's both my downtimes.
Okay, very cool.
Anybody else as well? Yes.
Okay, go right ahead.
So my other one is, you know, that mansion I own now.
Yes, you do.
I want to make sure that it is set up and well appointed in order to give us a false front, as it were. While we maintain a residence here, it is always important to keep up appearances, especially if we're going to be working in the higher parts of society and if we need to entertain anyone for any reason.
this would be the place to do it. It is a fine mansion in Brightstone, where parties or guests are had. It is definitely a place built for that. Though this man did build it for privacy, it can easily be renovated to make it,
Yes.
Like a normal.
Yes. And so my hope is that a dear friend of mine, who is a noble, Drusilla,
Yes.
may be able to help us with that in return for a favor.
Sure.
Sweet. Do it a couple of servants, make it look kind of nice, keep it kept up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She knows exactly how to make this look the right way.
Okay.
This is how she lives, after all.
Yeah.
So she basically, like, you invite her in, and she's like, you start telling her, and she's like, oh, I got it. And like, oh, like everything you've suggested is drab. Let me show you. And she
perfect.
takes you through the ropes. I'm like, okay, fine. She has very particular tastes, but it ends up looking gorgeous. You have a beautiful home in front of you, one that's probably now worth quite a bit more than it was. After you, I guess, robbed it blind, but like it is much nicer than the last nobleman kept it. Kept it very barren and cold.
And I am, of course, with my people at your beck and call. Whatever you may need.
Absolutely. Thank you. I will say, though, Munkin,
Yes.
as much as I appreciate you wanting to scratch my back after I scratch yours, there is something that I think you could do for me that is quite important.
Yes.
And she steps closer to you, puts her hands on your shoulders, and leans in close, and she says, he took my daughter from me. Make him suffer.
Oh. It will be my pleasure.
And she rights herself after saying something so impactful is fine, and makes her way out, as nobility can never show emotion.
Wonderful. I am done.
Very good. Let's.
One other thing.
Yes.
We now can have our NPCs do a downtime activity. So can we have Kyle take care of Bill?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Bill's. Don't worry. Bill's good. Bill's getting taken care of. He's being nursed.
Okay.
If you need him, he'll be ready, but with a cast on his arm. I will say that he'll only be one-armed, and he will have several patches where he was shot. If any of you have watched the Peaky Blinders, Billy Kitchen, when he got shot in the fucking chest, and then he's like, "I'm back to work." That's Bill.
Okay.
So that's something to consider.
Yeah.
I mean, Billy Kitchen fucking dies. Spoiler, but either way.
Hey!
There you go.
Hey!
Sorry. It's great. All right, so Death by Mage, is there anything that Victor wants to do? And then we're going to jump right to Evan.
So Victor is going to have he's going to bring Ivan to the workshop again, close the door, ask Jed to be around, but also to keep the door closed. And
Interrogate Ivan.
yes.
Okay.
He's gonna make some coffee, pour it, probably put down some truth serum in there.
Okay.
And
he's none the wiser.
nope, and he's gonna just hand him the mug. And
Thank you, Victor.
yes, and he kind of motions to Jed to come sit down. So you need to sit down and hear this too.
All right. Victor, I cannot believe that you actually were able to stop Addy. I really thought, I tell you, I was planning on getting the fuck out of here, to be perfectly honest, trying to hop on the train, and I feel very strange. Why does everything taste purple?
Yes. Well, I kind of suspected you might be wanting to do that, so I'm asking you nicely, do not leave again.
Oh, okay, Victor. But we both know I will run if it gets too scary.
Yes, and if I have to find you again, I'll make sure you don't have legs again.
Well, that scares me. Wrong accent. That scares me more. Okay.
Good.
I
Then-
feel very warm.
It's fine. It's the coffee.
Mmm,
Now,
good coffee.
now here's the thing. So Mishka, I worry about Mishka.
I also worry about Mishka. She just killed like 200, 300 people. That was fucked.
Yes, that too.
Mm.
But I'm also concerned about the rising power lately. How do you feel about that?
Well, Mishka is very, very dangerous. But the way I survived her was staying under radar. I tried to run from her, from Skovlins, ended up being caught by Ironbiters. It was all a thing. But when it comes to Mishka, if you are not a threat, you are okay.
Hmm.
Those people, she killed that many people. I guarantee you, a dollar to a dime, none of them were innocents. She's very precise. It is just that, well, no, not that none of them were innocents. Victor, that's not what I mean. None of them were not involved in some way. She most definitely killed the wives and children of the people involved with the Skovan Liberation Front and all of their friends and family, because that is what she does. But when it comes to people who did not know what the fuck was happening, no, probably not. She
Hmm.
leaves no one to take vengeance. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Very
So-
efficient.
Yes. So her with a lot of power in the city, honestly, Victor, it does not matter as long as you do not piss her off. If you piss her off, you're fucked. Everyone you know and love is fucked. Just fucked.
That's fair. That's pretty
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah.
So, other question.
Mhm.
So, if we get on Mishka's good side, what's the chance we don't get, I don't know, stabbed in the back?
Oh, if Mishka is coming for you, you know it. That is the one thing I will say. If she hates you, she does not really hide it. What she will do, I mean, she will use others, and she can lie and things of this nature. But if she does not stab in the back, as it were, she gave Adi plenty of chances, and they weren't
Mhm.
even that close. She did not like him in the beginning. They were close because of their goal, but not because of, she did not like him as a person. But she gave him chances, and he kept being like, no, fuck you, I know what's going on. And then she was like, okay, Andy, I will literally fucking destroy you. And he was like, no, you won't, I am too important. And well, it's just that she will wait until she knows she has you caught in it before she fucking destroys you and everything you know and love.
Hmm.
But you will probably know she is your enemy. And then when you look upon your broken, dead family, you're like, oh, that's what she meant. And then you die.
Sounds very Skovlin. So I need to know other thing.
Okay. I don't know why I'm being so free with this information. Usually I would not talk about Mishka. She scares the fucking shit out of me. But
Oh,
you have a way with words, Victor. You are
Yes,
so good.
yeah.
Silver tongue, you. This
Yes,
coffee
yes.
is so good.
Yes, it's very good. It's
Oh shit. I spilled.
oh, don't let it, Jed. Don't let it stain the carpet.
It's concrete flow. It's we're in the basement. But there is one carpet. And he goes,
There's
"Oh,
like
I
the
did-
one strip of carpet.
I didn't even see that. I'm sorry. It really pulls the room together. Go on, Victor. What were you saying?
During the war,
Mm.
where was Mishka and what was she doing and
So-
who was she with?
So I don't know everything. A lot of it was classified, like redacted shit. You may be
Mhm.
able to find files somewhere, but I don't know. But really, she was doing some deep, heavy shit. Her and her group, it's the same team that she is with now.
I
And
see.
they, well, the assassinations, they were behind enemy lines taking out essential targets. I think at one point they destroyed like an entire hospital. They killed very powerful generals. They were doing like very important things for the Skovlin army. But
Hmm.
definitely like some war crime shit, probably, if that's what you're talking about.
So
Most likely. But
You
at the same
know-
time, very good for the Skovlin side, but very bad for the for the Empire.
Yes. So, do you know anyone who would know what she did?
So this is where it gets tricky. Mishka does what she does, but now that she has no master, no Skovlin government to tell her, the last I know, she was cutting off the heads of the snakes who may have known that. I would say any of her men will know, and Mishka will know. But otherwise, as far as living people who know what she was up to, Victor, I think they're all dead and their families and friends are dead. But, like I said, maybe there is a record or something.
Yes. I'm sure somebody must have it. All right, sounds good. Jed, go that cabinet, grab those, and the Jed will open it, and it'll be like the iron chains, and it's like, it's not for you.
Is this for Ivan?
Yes.
Oh, all right, good. All right, come here, Ivan. And he goes, yeah, what is that all about? I don't want that. He's and, Jed is able to, with his tinier frame, to basically control Ivan and wrap him up in chains. Deceptively strong for Jed's size.
This is just a precaution. Also, I don't want you to really leave again.
Okay, so I am your prisoner now?
No, I just need to deal with some other problems. Then
Okay.
you'll be fine.
You know what? I'm not even mad. I don't know what it is, but I'm not even mad at you.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, I'll catch you later, Victor.
Yes.
I'm gonna go take a nap. And he stands up and falls down.
Right. Can you just make sure he not hurt himself? Also, get out.
Oh no, my internet's getting worse.
Yeah, it is. There you
Oh, did I cut me out too?
are. Just briefly.
Sorry,
Your
guys.
Your sound is
No, you're
sticking
good.
around. Your video just freezes occasionally.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
This
Alright,
it was fine for weeks. I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
but
So
It's
I-
windy tonight.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Victor's just gonna tell Jed, like, don't let them hurt themselves, and also don't let them out. You can kick him in the shin a lot,
All
and
right.
whatever you need to do to not let them get out.
Okay, Victor. Hey, Victor.
Hmm.
I'm glad you made it back.
Yeah. I think so too.
Good. All right. Then we're gonna go to Evany. Evany, is there anything you'd like to do?
I don't really have anything.
Okay.
Is there anything I should be doing?
You could always train an ability, or you could try to help out with the job by those names that you had. You could like take a heads up on that, and before the info gathering, try to do your own thing. It may give you an edge, or. But if you're good, do you have no stress?
I'm good.
You good on that?
No, I'm only at 2. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Then we'll say just go ahead and train an ability. Put an experience into something.
Okay.
And we'll say that you were training. Maybe I don't know,
Mm,
training resolve or something like that.
I'll train my skirmish.
Yeah, why not? Fuck yeah. You're
'cause
becoming a
8
sword
dice
monster.
is not enough.
Yeah. When you slam the card and everything else, yeah, you're kind of an unstoppable swordswoman. Deals with demons. Woohoo. So now then, group, you have all done your dirty business. What have we got now?
Info gathering.
Right.
All right.
Yes. Well, I think we need to decide who we actually want to go after first, because obviously we need to hit all 3 of them in relatively quick succession. But
Well, Is this going to be a divide and conquer?
I don't know. There are 3 targets and 4 of us, so I have an in with the Leviathan folk and can probably get on dock on a ship. But I also can easily make my way into a noble person's house. So I'm useful wherever. I feel like
Alright.
the most difficult one, and the one we should probably all work on together, is Michelle Hedgeworth, the captain. I think there are going to be a lot more people on a Leviathan Hunter ship than there are going to be in some noble person's house. It'll also be more difficult to get in and out of because it's on a dock surrounded by water that will eat you if you fall in it. Yes. So perhaps we divide and conquer Vincenzo and Rakabaka, taking as much stealable stuff as we can get out of each.
How big is the flamethrower?
I don't know. Large.
Oh,
We were told large.
a flamethrower, you say?
Yes, and we can have a group of minions with each of us, in fact.
Yes.
That is correct. Thank you, Michelle Ely.
I'm not terribly concerned about them. You need me to steal some things from a Leviathan Hunter.
Yes, but I would prefer to do that one as a group. I feel like it's going to be the most dangerous.
I can take care of the councilman.
I just don't want to take it lightly. There are normally a lot of people on ships.
I
We are
agree.
stealing it from the ship, not from a Leviathan hunter's house.
Okay, so you do know the. Okay, it is on the ship.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Correct,
can
Evan?
say it is.
Yes.
So
I
I
assumed
said,
it was.
so
yeah.
I had that Nigel Weatherford was like, it's either on the ship or in the house, but we can say that you did some of your homework and it's definitely
Sure,
on
it's
the
on the
ship.
ship. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your skulks figured that
Yeah.
out.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Skulls.
Spies.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's on the
yeah.
ship, definitely.
But you also don't know everyone on your ship.
Well, no. I'm just saying it's going to be the most dangerous of the three. That's all.
Well,
Okay.
unless
You
we
don't think so?
Unless we
No.
take a boat ourselves and go.
Like- My
Go out to
concern is,
sea?
all plans aside, the risk around going into a place with a lot of people surrounded by Deathwater is higher than the risk around going into a couple of houses with no Deathwater. That's all I'm saying.
True.
And I
Yes.
think perhaps you and Ebony would be most good at going into Vincenzo's place, as it's got some weird culty stuff going on, and therefore there's some mystical bits, and the two of you would probably be best disposed to handle that. Well, perhaps Victor and I took on Conrad Rakabaka.
Okay. It's a plan.
I like it.
I don't want us to get, with the most dangerous place, I don't want us to get off of our guard, is all.
Agreed.
I know
Okay.
a Leviathan captain, I know ways for us to get on the ship, but I would rather us do that one together.
Other question: do we want said Leviathan captain to never have ship again?
No.
If we steal the information that we are going to steal, they will never have a ship again anyways.
Oh, okay. I just offer.
No,
I
we
have
don't want to
bombs
blow up the
sitting-
ship.
Oh, I just have tons of bombs sitting here, just waiting to be used.
There
now,
are
so-
other people on the ship, Victor. We're not here to murder a Leviathan hunter crew.
I didn't need to kill people. I just need to break ship.
If you
they
break
can-
a ship with people on it, the people die.
They can swim.
No. That's the
No.
whole
Not
point.
in Deathwater.
Not in Doomwater.
Not a lot
Oh.
of water in Scotland, huh?
Yes.
No.
Dry country?
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly snow.
Yes. Well, snow is a safe form of water.
Yes. Also, lots of disappointment.
Scotland, the land of snow and disappointment. Yes.
I thought that was Milwaukee.
also Milwaukee. Yes.
All right.
Milwaukee.
Burn on Milwaukee for no reason. All right.
Psh. All
Okay.
right.
So, gathering. Do we want info gathering? We need to know more about Vincenzo's setup, and I would like to see if he kills people and hides bodies, that leaves ghosts.
Okay.
Yes.
So the way
Yep.
that we can work this is because there's 3 targets and it's sort of like a boom, 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 boom kind of job and bouncing around almost like the message where you're grabbing everything at once, sort of, and doing a bunch of shit. We can say that for the info gathering, you don't all have to do every one of the targets, obviously. So like you're handling Vincenzo, and each of you can take a different target, and one of you could say like I looked at all of them. Just so basically, ask me anything about any of the targets, and we can pin this all together. You guys now have enough people. You are now well versed enough, and you have more of a ground in the underworld. So doing this is much easier for you, as well as the spies and shit. So you are looking for where he hides the bodies, Kevin? Is that what you're looking for?
Yep. Or hides trophies, but like bodies more likely.
Okay, so I turned off my Roll20 because I'm so annoyed with my internet right now.
Okay.
I'm just desperately trying.
Yeah.
So just let me know. What are you were gonna roll prowl?
No, I'm actually gonna roll survey for this
Ooh.
because I feel it hits stronger.
Okay. Very well.
I feel I'll get a great. I would get a lesser effect with prowl than I would with survey, in my opinion. But
No problem.
so I'm gonna roll that risky standard.
Yes.
He got
Risky,
12
great.
sixes.
Risky, great.
He actually got 14 sixes. We
You
have 3
failed,
rolls right now, by the way.
We do have 3. I got a 3, 4, and a 1, and the 4 is nice, but
I can.
think I'm gonna grab the reroll on this one if no one minds.
Go ahead.
No, please.
Go for it.
That's why they're here.
Great. Thank you for those who enable these rerolls. Do we? Yeah. Let's see. What was
There
that?
you go.
There
3,
you go.
5, 6.
Excellent. So what you do discover is that these ceremonies happen inside of his house, Vincenzo's actual mansion, his manor in Brightstone. You probably weren't able to see the actual ceremony take place, but you do know when it happens, around the same time it happens. It happens the same time every week. And the same group of people show up. It's a couple of different noblemen of lesser class. He is like the big head honcho. Ha ha ha. And it seems that after they are done, you do notice that they bring what appears to be large black bags, usually the servants, bring them to the greenhouse, which is glowing with radiant flowers. Yeah, that's going to be why you noticed it so much. You're like, oh, fucking jelly. And
I have a master architect as one of my shrewd friends.
ooh,
And
yes, you
wow,
do.
would it be super great to get Death by Mitch, thank you for the 500 bitty boos. I'm gonna put that
Did you
advantage
just
right
give
back.
us a reroll?
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna put that advantage right back where it came from.
There has to be a rule against.
There's not, because I got yelled at every time I wanted there to be a rule. And everyone's like, that's not fair, there shouldn't be a rule. And I'm like, there should be a rule. And there's
There
not.
should be a fucking
Because peer
rule.
pressure is a
I'm
bitch.
just gonna dish out money next time. Just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for the channel. It's good for the channel, but like, that's
I get
fine.
to pay
that's
for
fine.
Zoom now. Yay.
So go ahead.
Yeah.
What,
So yeah, I
are we
have a
looking
master
at?
architect friend, and so if there's a weird occult stuff happening, or if there's stuff I need to know about at the place, Victor and I are going to hit. What a good way to
Okay.
find it out, other than with blueprints.
so you go ahead, Pig. I would say let's do the nobleman, right? Because Sparrow just hit the Sparrow hit the nobleman. You're going to the councilman, right?
Yeah, I'm back.
Fucking-
Yeah, but let me check. I have notes. This is why I have notes. Yes, we're going to the councilman.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So if you want to figure out his house, what are you looking for? The blueprint layout, or
The blueprint layout. Are there secret ways in? I would work with my master architect to figure out if we have to blow through a door somewhere, what's the best way to do it? Like if we have to, is there a sewer entrance that's not obvious? Like what do we like?
Okay.
The secrets
I'll-
to the place. Yes.
Okay, I'll give you this. Go ahead and roll with an extra die because you're getting somebody to help you.
yes.
You're getting that the architect to help you.
yes.
The result will be great.
yes.
And,
Controlled, desperate, risky.
This I would say is controlled because you're not going there. You're not going to the place like Sparrow was.
Great.
So yours is controlled, and because this is how you play this
Six.
shit smart. Okay. So here's the deal. There is what appears to be a few false walls in the home.
Yes.
One of which is in the main study. It is
Excellent.
behind a bookcase, and it has it's small, so it
Yes.
looks like it's like enough for like a tiny room. There is another one in the master bedroom, and it is behind a picture, so it looks like it may be a safe.
Those are the two primary
and-
targets. Yes, of course. Now.
Those are the two primary ways, and there's also a safe room.
Really?
There is a safe room in the basement, yes, similar to like what Groon had, but like
Yes.
nicer.
Okay,
Grun had Grun looks like Grun found that and took it. This is something that was structured and made for the councilman. So alerting him may not be a great idea because he could run and shut himself in the,
Yes.
you know, and hide himself in there.
Yes.
But he also may have things in there, or you could, you know, you've dealt with safe rooms before. So those
Yes.
are some of the big ticket items. And I will also say that given that you have the blueprints, anything that during the job you want to be like, can we say that this door is like weak, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to like, can we say this? Can I just jump through this wall? Like, you know, shit like that. We can say that too. But those are the big things that you're like, ooh, I know people hide shit there. So
Yeah, so get ready to blow open a safe or two with explosives.
yes, so it does. You may need Victor's help for some of it.
Yeah.
Depending on how.
to Victor, I was saying.
Especially the safe
Get
room.
ready
Yeah,
to blow up
Victor
the
can get
space.
into a.
Yeah.
Mhm. Anybody else, safe room is you're fucked, but Victor can get in that shit.
Victor's my friend.
Well, depends on how safe.
That's true. Victor, what would you like to do for info gathering?
So for info gathering, what Victor's probably gonna end up doing is he wants to find. So for the nobleman, exactly where are we hitting? Exactly, is it his home, or is it like the office?
The nobleman or the councilman? There's
I'm sorry,
two
the
different.
councilman.
So the councilman, everything is most likely in his manor. Same with the nobleman; it's at their homes. The Leviathan ship captains in the Leviathan ship. But for the
Right.
councilman, which is what Grimalkin is going to have you aid with, if I get the plan correctly,
Yep.
that's his manor, which is
Right.
in White Crown. Actually,
Okay,
not.
so
I don't know if I said Brightstone. I apologize. Councilman lives in White Crown.
Yes.
That's one of the. He's like essentially like one of the mayors of the whole fucking city.
Okay, so what Victor's gonna end up doing is he's going to have Ivan. He's what he's gonna start doing is he's gonna start setting up alternative escape plans so that we can hit everybody at the same time. And so I feel like what he's gonna do is he's gonna get Ivan and Jed and him to start crafting boats to go through the channels. Because we have White Crown and we also have Brightstone, so they're relatively along like the same canal or channel. I'm sorry, and I'm assuming that the Jolly Dodger is sitting on the main docks ward.
Oh yeah.
So we kind of need to have a way where we can meet
Well,
up at the docks.
Evany
efficiently.
does know some people who have a ship.
Yeah,
do.
You do.
I do indeed.
Yes, you do.
Okay, well in that case,
Between you and Grimalkin, you guys know two people that are very helpful on the docks.
okay, so in that case, I think in that case, Victor would probably actually just work on making sure he has all the. He would actually what he'll want to do is he'll want to provide enough tools for letting the other team infiltrate and break through locked doors and any safes they need to break.
Very
through.
cool. Okay, you're making sure that everybody is prepped to do almost what you do.
Right.
I
So-
like that. Oh, that's cool. That's a unique way to use it.
and he's actually gonna provide like actual like safe cracking tools that aren't explosives.
You're
because-
giving them essentially a preemptive flashback, where like instead of using a flashback, you're like, let me just do it now and give you all the. I like it. You're giving them like your loadout. You're giving them a tinkerer's loadout on
Mhm.
extra. Cool. Yeah. So I guess we will roll for how like effective those tools are and how well they're going to be able to
Right.
do the job on their own.
All right,
With
so-
I think Sparrow, you have Tinker on your own, correct?
I've got a single point in Tinker, and
Okay.
anyone can do a thing if they push themselves.
okay, so control standard.
Yes, for you it's control great
Okay.
because I'm making everything great on this one due to the fact that I gave you 3 targets to attack,
Okay.
and we will give you also remember take the extra die because you're
Mhm.
building everything. You know, this is like
Right.
this is also essentially a Tinker that you're doing.
Right. Okay, so I get 1 extra die. Got it.
Yes,
All right.
because of Jed.
Yep.
Or Ivan, take a pick.
Yeah, I know, right? I have options. It's like
Mhm.
one of you. Okay. All right. We'll do that. I got a 6.
Awesome. You made some fucking fine ass tools. Everybody gets these tools are as good as they're gonna get. All of them are a fine make. Which means they're not gonna break, there's gonna be that bullshit, and everybody they're foolproof. They're foolproof items. Cool. And Ebony, what do you do to prep for this?
So the nobleman's house.
Yes.
I want to go by and just From across the street, down the street, doesn't really matter. I want to attune. I want to see if there's anything fun.
No problem. So go ahead and roll that. It'll be risky because I always make a tune risky.
Yep.
Just in my mind that makes sense. Risky, great.
All right.
And because of where you are, you will get an extra die. Because of what you're trying to do in the particular area you were in, you get an extra die. Also, Throck, I forgot to mention, on those blueprints, there is an entire addition that he has next to his home. It is like a warehouse size on his land. His land is massive. And on that land, there's a huge warehouse. That's where he'll most likely tinker and work on things. Yes, Evan.
So, Evan, I got 3 6s.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, appropriate. So first of all, you know exactly where this motherfucker kills people. Ooh, do you? It is white hot with nasty magics, and it is in his basement. Duh, of course. There also appears. It's almost like you. It almost like you had, because of what you just did. You have like 3D vision. Like you have like X-ray vision. You just saw like the 3D blueprints of everywhere where people have died and blood was spilt in this place, and there's a lot. This fucker is bad news. This motherfucker has killed people in almost every room of his house. He has killed someone, but most specifically, he has done it down in this basement. This place is ripe with pain and anguish. You do see what appears to be a large basement, spattered in blood. No longer there, cleaned up, of course, but you can see it. You can see it clear as day. The ghosts are not there. The place has no ghosts whatsoever because he's very specific in making sure that those bodies are fucking destroyed. You do see where a tunnel leads to another room. You're not sure what's in that room because it is sort of like blocked from you, but it looks like it's specifically ruined or like warded off, so you know that that's a dangerous spot. But it does seem like they trail the bodies outside to the greenhouse every once in a while, or every single time. Nobody gives a shit because nobody looks at his business, and he makes sure everybody leaves him alone. And you know that greenhouse is like also kind of white hot. Where you would most likely find bodies and evidence is either in the greenhouse or in the basement. The greenhouse, you may find traces of him dismantling bodies or sizzling bodies away. In the basement is where you may find evidence of him actually committing the murders. It's kind of up to you how you're going to do that. And so that's kind of, you're seeing exactly where, if you entered his home, you would know exactly where to go. You wouldn't have to look around. You would be like, it's right there, let's go. And you just saw everything. But like I said, no ghosts, but a lot of pain. So if you brought a ghost to this home, it's going to be way stronger than it usually is, because it's going to be like, it's going to, like, all that shit's going to get absorbed into it, essentially.
Sweet.
That place is a white hot beacon of death. Okay.
Good to know.
Okay. So yeah, so hit 3 6s. Yeah, I think I hope I gave you what you're looking for.
Yes.
Oh, cat.
Oh.
I wonder, can you guys hear the purr?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Very
wow.
loud.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it loud. I just want to see if it could work.
So now that we've all done our info and you all have a pretty good idea, and Thraki, you did hear what I was saying. You do see the warehouse where he would most likely keep
there's a warehouse where we keep
mechanical shit. Yeah, and he does seem to enjoy that. It's almost like a small factory of his own next to his home. He doesn't seem to mind the industry.
Yes.
Should we gather a little more information about the boat? Like throw
That's
a
going
coin
to be
at
awesome.
Well, yes.
at the boat.
Sure. I'll say this, because the boat, you guys seem to be the most scared of the boat. Everybody roll your own thing.
I have an Leviathan captain friend. I would like to talk to him about it.
You know what? We can consider this like a team, one of those team efforts.
Yes.
That way the 6s from everybody's rolls count. Because you guys said you want to do this one as a team. You want to like really fucking focus on this one. So let's really fucking focus on it. It is also a death ship filled with people who fight monsters and shit. So like all of them are hard ass killers. And this captain kills other Leviathan ship captains. That's how she makes her living. So so if you guys want to roll and then just tell me your rolls, we can start with
What's his
Kevin.
opposition?
Oh, risky as balls.
Risky.
It depends on how you're doing it. Let's just say for blanket, it's risky, great. Let's just throw the blanket out there for it.
Okay.
Risky, great for everybody. And then we'll start with Kevin. What'd you roll?
I'm gonna go with a prowl to see how to get on the ship.
Okay.
best.
The best way to get to infiltrate, no problem.
Submit 5.
Okay, to infiltrate silently, difficult, fucking hard. You would need. There's no other way unless you could somehow get there from the sky, which is also dangerous because they may see you. But getting there from, you would have to scale the walls. You'd have to get down near the water, so you're not near where everybody can see you, and then scale the walls up to one of like the porthole windows
Which
or whatever.
probably don't open.
Well, Victor could, that's what you got
Yeah.
Victor for.
Also
Victor could definitely
walls.
get it up there, but you need to have everybody be on climbing gear and get up here and get in. The other way is right up the walking plank in order to get in there. Or like I said, maybe you guys do have grapple hooks. Maybe that could work, but it's risky. You're risking the people seeing you. Infiltrating a Leviathan ship when you're not supposed to be there, difficult.
Okay. And
It would probably
I
be
just-
better if you were invited in or
Yeah.
walk in, kind of like Grimalkin was saying he could get you on the ship. But that's also dangerous because they see you now.
Yeah.
But it's possible, just hard. Okay. Grimalkin?
Yes, I'm going to talk to my friend, the Leviathan captain, and see what insight he can give me.
Go right ahead.
Excellent. I'm going to consult.
Yep.
I've got a 6, my good sir.
Okay. He does not like her. He knows her. It seems that what she does is sort of known, but there's nothing anybody can do about it. She has very powerful friends, ergo a councilman himself, and a nobleman and such, as well as Merryweather. Her association to Merryweather is known. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That would most likely be Merryweather's main Leviathan ship. A
Of
lot of
course,
noblemen
yeah.
are connected to Leviathan ships. He seems to get a lot of his money from her and her exploits. He despises her. She doesn't really like him, and there has always been talk of duels between the two. So his relationship with her is not good, but he would jump at the chance to kill her legally. But he doesn't feel comfortable doing that because he knows the repercussions from her friends would be far too much, especially
course.
Merryweather,
Yes.
who he also doesn't like because he likes you. So
Yeah.
obviously on the other side of that.
Fuck that guy. Yes.
But you do know he would jump at the chance to kill her, and there is always a mutual understanding between Leviathan ship captains. There's always like parley if they want to talk to each other. They're totally allowed on each other's ship, so there's an in that way as well.
Okay.
So if you want to go kind of a peaceful route, a more violent route, or if you want to mix something up with with him, you can do that too. He can get on that ship, and he can get you all on that ship. It's just she's gonna want to know who you all are. You know what I mean? And why you're coming on the ship.
Perhaps we could come on as part of your crew, and you could parlay some sort of nautical deal that I'm not aware of. I only had 2 years of school for sailing. I don't know, maybe there's
Right,
something you
right.
could... Yes.
We'll see what I can do. Absolutely. Maybe it can be some sort of talk. She knows I don't deal in her bullshit.
Yes.
I'm upright, and everyone knows that.
Yes.
But perhaps I can maybe try to reach some sort of truce with her.
Yes, all we need to do is get her in a space where it's us and her. We will not kill her. We have other plans.
You want to be alone with her?
Well, we want to make sure that she is negated for the time that we're going to be there. We're going to prove that she is what we all know she is, and that will require us stealing some proof.
You want me to distract her then?
Oh, that would be excellent.
Oh, I can do that.
Perfect.
All right. Now, I don't promise that I won't kick her in the fucking shin.
No, you should. Yes.
She's killed a lot of fucking people. All
Good
right.
people, too, I'd imagine.
All right. Well, this makes my skin crawl, but I'll do it for you, Goralkin.
It's a pleasure, thank you. And we can fuck over Weatherford in the long term with this, too.
Absolutely. Come on, have a drink.
All right. Tut, tut. Let's go.
Victor.
Victor's actually gonna go and he's gonna dress a little bit more down than he usually does and try to actually pass as a dock worker. And he's
Okay.
actually gonna spend as much as time as he can to case the area and as well as the ship to kind of like find structural weaknesses and things like that are good entry that can provide additional entry and exit points.
So tinker or survey?
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to think. I think I know, like usually to get on a ship, it's usually has to require it has to be either the crew or or with express permission.
Mm-hmm.
So it would.
But if you're looking for ways to breach, that would be like
Right.
Tinker probably.
Yeah, I think it would be either. I would say Wreck even. Wreck would.
Oh,
Also
that's a better. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do Wreck, and then Risky Standard. I'm guessing,
Mm-hmm.
or is it Risky Great?
Risky great.
Okay. And I think for that, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I could use? Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Okay.
And there's a 6.
Excellent. Leviathan ships, fucking thick. They're dummy thick. Hard as fuck to breach that hull. Lots and lots of metal. These things are aircraft fucking carriers, essentially. They are meant to fight beasts of the sea. They are no easy feat to get through. The weakest points of these ships you could get through them. But there is no quiet way. It would be loud and require a decent amount of explosives or a lot of thermite on a very specific and directed point. You are great you can do it. You could absolutely do it, but you would need some sort of noise that would rival that. And it would be a lot of noise. To get on or in the ship or near it, from what you could tell and from what you could see, I'll say you borrow one of Scarlett's like telescopes, you can see that the actual doors from the outside into the inside also incredibly strong. They're not really pickable. These are all sort of like you're burning your way through. This is a tough one. The whole place is a safe that you can't really crack. You have to like smash it. Hence Wreck. Wreck seems to be the best way to get through everything because nothing is like electronical. It's all like mechanical and heavy and like, you know what I mean? Everything is heavy fucking metal and lead with Leviathan blood and stuff. So it would be tough. It's a tough nut to crack, but you can do it. But again, I would say there's no real quiet way to do it. I can't really think of you know what I mean? Unless you find some hole in the roof or something, or unless you have somebody who can literally walk through walls. I see him tapping his fucking hands, or a cat that can walk. If you have somebody who can walk through walls, then maybe. But like, holy shit, it's hard to get through these walls or these doors. It also means it would be very hard for them to get through them if you locked it from the other side. It would take these guys when, you know what I mean? What are they gonna do? Like, they're fucked. If you locked a bad guy out, you bought yourself like an hour. You know what I mean? So there's that as well. Or locked someone in a room. They're also fucked. So you can take that for as you will. Okay?
Yep.
Also, sinking a Leviathan ship, you're just not going to do it. you don't have enough explosives in this whole city to blow this motherfucker up. You would need another Leviathan ship to sink that Leviathan ship, or you need a Leviathan.
I'm wondering if that's why Psycho Billy needs 6 barrels of gunpowder.
So 6 barrels of gunpowder, not gonna do it. He's an idiot if he thinks it'll hurt it. If he puts them all next to each other, it'll hurt it, but it won't. So, Evany, is there any last thing you want to do with this ship?
I'm going to go stand on the docks and attune.
Okay.
And see if I can see anything about it.
Okay. Risky, right?
Yep. Ouch.
have
I'm
a
gonna
reroll.
use a reroll.
You get because of the nature and because of what the crimes are, get an extra dice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because this person again is someone who like collects things from dead people, from people that she has caused a lot.
There we go. Now I have a 6.
Okay. The whole ship exudes aggression, violence, anger. This is a hateful vessel. Objects and places take on aspects of humanity and personality. Every building in the city has a personality of its own. If you dig deep enough, these ships are especially have personality, and this one is a hateful thing, a aggressive, violent thing. And where you see its epicenter, the red-hot, white-hot part of its brain that wants to hurt and kill, is the captain's quarters. It seems that this evil, this darkness, exudes from the captain herself. She is a bad, motherfucker, and you realize you are looking at her when you attune. She doesn't seem there's nothing supernatural about her. This is just a fucking nasty, psychotic human being that wants to hurt people. You're dealing with you're not a psychiatrist, but like Go Boy likes to hurt people. You do see as she moves around, she is this beacon of like white hot hate, but amidst the light blue, you see a couple of other pings, all sort of gathered in a room, not the captain's quarters, but it looks like a separate room underneath the captain's quarters, like almost like a tunnel leads, like a ladder leads down there. There may be an entrance from the captain's quarters to this small chamber, and in this small chamber you see 6 little pings.
Huh.
Looks like a safe, a vault, something like that.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Okay.
So you may know where the targets are.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, I think we are going to take our break, 5-10 minutes. We'll come right back,
Perfect.
and we'll steal from these motherfuckers.
Let us
Yay!
thievery.
These bad boys and girls.
Why are you so bad, boy?
It's a bad boy.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment after these amazing thingies from our sponsors. Bye! Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Blades in the Dark. We're gonna steal from rich people. Bad rich people. They just so happen to be bad rich people this time. They weren't always, I don't think. You guys are stolen from... Nah, you guys are pretty much just stolen from bad people.
There's
usually.
not that many not bad people.
That's true. The city sucks balls. Gang, it is time for the...
Well, I have a plan. Let's
Okay.
discuss
Oh,
this.
right. You gotta do the thing. Right.
So, I can cover 2 of these things. Step 1, light the greenhouse on fire.
Yeah.
Fire brigades come. They're like, what the fuck happened here? Why are there all these bones?
Mhm. Yeah.
Then, dispatch a messenger from that house down to the ship. I could do that. I could be that messenger in the wagon. Showing up at the wagon with the wagon and a message for the captain could get someone on that ship.
I like it.
Or it could distract the captain while some people are already on the ship.
Yes. I don't know anything about Whitehaven.
White Crown.
White Crown. I don't know anything about White Crown.
Lots
I
of
don't-
police.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been over there for any reason. Or we take the cart. We take the wagon to go pick up the flamethrower.
I like.
So
this.
my hope is that you'll use the car to take a lot of stuff from the house that we can sell, because otherwise we aren't getting paid for this. Because we are going to be stealing a lot of stuff from the house that we're in. Otherwise, we're not getting paid for this. Which, by the way,
Remember,
we need to
you-
get paid.
You also have other hands. You also have minions now
True.
Mhm.
that can aid you.
I don't have to do everything myself. What?
Exactly.
I know, right?
I was just telling Throg that now that you guys have like more pull, you've been collecting people. He collected the crows.
Yep.
The fire
you
brigade
have,
could
like,
be our
Bill and
skulls.
Kyle.
Mm.
Ooh.
But we need to expose these people. We can't. It's not enough to just take from them. We need to.
Yes, which is
expose
why we're
them.
going to get the thing we need to get from each house. The flamethrower, the fire mechanism, and the juice goose.
The juice goose. The juice is loose.
I could very easily grab the juice goose and other artifacts, but then how does that implicate that captain?
But the other artifacts are stolen from other ships.
Well,
So we
then
give
we have
all
to
of those
say where we
pieces-
got them from.
No, we don't. We have to give them to our friend, what's her name, with an M that I just blanked on.
Michelle,
She's obviously very savvy. If she has the evidence to implicate
no,
these 3 people.
different person.
Mishka.
Mishka.
We give the evidence to her. So the plan is this. We get the evidence, we go to Mishka and go, you're about to have a meteoric rise, and we're coming with you. This came off the ship. This came from... This came from... Go forth. Take down those people. Upon our coattails ye shall ride.
All right.
Okay. So
Our
are we
job
looking-
is not to tell everyone that it happened. It's to give it to someone who we can use to tell that it happened.
That's true. I don't need to get the fire brigade to dig up the bones. I just need.
You just need the proof that there
Yes.
is a thing there and give it to the right person. Yes. And we also steal all 3 of them blind while we're at it.
I would certainly hate to take a whole bunch of radiant plants.
Wouldn't that be terrible? Wouldn't that be just
A wagon full of them.
Yes. So simply, we both at the same time enter the 2 nobles, well, the nobleman's house and the councilman's house. We steal as much as we possibly can, including the proof and the thingies that my friend wants, and we leave. And then, with my friend who is a Leviathan hunter, Captain, he can go provide the distraction as we make our entrance onto the boat and get what we need, because Evany has already found the location of these things. Do not overcomplicate. This is a big enough problem as it is. Burning things
All right.
down will add too much attention, I think.
I happen to agree.
I also agree.
regretfully, Victor? Was that like a Yeah, no fire.
Oh no.
Okay.
No blows
But-
of the
but,
Upsies tonight.
But before we give flamethrower, can I look at flamethrower?
Mhm,
See?
mhm.
Oh, good.
You have to look at flamethrower, please.
You
look at
should figure out a way to
flamethrower, 'cause-
miniaturize it so we can use it.
or move it in case it's connected to things or explodable.
Yes.
Oh yes, that too. But yes, miniature version. Yes, I like that. Just like miniature railgun. I like.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, we have a railgun.
He has
Oh,
a
two,
magnet
actually.
bullet gun.
Two,
Is it like a gun
technically.
that sits on a rail? I don't understand.
No. It fire. It channels electrical energy to a projectile and fires it at the speed of sound.
Don't most bullets go at the speed of sound?
Okay, faster than the speed of sound.
All right. Interesting.
It makes big holes.
Oh,
it-
good.
it-
Thank you.
It destroyed a hull very nicely.
It destroyed a hole?
Hull
Hull.
automaton.
Hull.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
I've
one
got
of
you.
those
Yes.
robot thingies.
Yes, a hole. Indeed. Of course. A hole? A hole? A hole? Yes.
A hole in a hole.
A hole, a hole. There's a hole in a hole. Aye. Who's on first? All right. I'm done.
Victor,
Yes.
given your role and your skill and your natural ability to understand these things, if you were to have a larger version of that,
Mm-hmm.
you could maybe penetrate some of the doors and some of the thinner walls, not the outside hull, but some of the thinner hulls and walls of the Leviathan ship. Just keep that in your back pocket. Just, if you wanted to use it as a flashback or something. Not the outer. You're not going to blow a big hole in the outside because it's so hefty, but maybe
Right.
some of the doors and shit, okay? It would still be loud as fuck, but
I mean,
do with that
yes.
what you will. Do with that information as you will. Okay. So, gang, what are we looking at here? Are we looking at an infiltration? It sounds like you guys want to sneak into these places, steal the items, then bring them to Mishka. So it sounds like an infiltration or
I believe that is correct, yes.
burglary. Yeah, it's a burglary or
Yeah.
a robbery, depending on if people get in your way and you start beating them up. So I think that's kind of falls under your wheelhouse, I do believe.
Yeah.
Thievery. So then who wants to roll the business? And shall we decide how many
Noted.
Not it.
biggie bongs you guys get?
I can do it.
Da-da-da-da.
All right, so
You
we
do
get
good.
so we start with one. It's an
Yes.
infiltration, so we get another one.
Yes, and you get one
Uh,
from me as well. Yes, you get
Oh,
3 to
right.
start.
So wow, Phew, that's a lot. And then okay, is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, so we get one.
the people
Uh,
you were going after are high priority.
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Personally, I think not so much because you're literally just going in, stealing something, and coming out. You're just doing it at 3 things at the same time, essentially, or 2 things at the
Yeah,
same time.
2
and then
then and
big
1, yes, of course.
Right. Does the plan's details expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I don't know. We're kind of going to their homesteads. And
I would
and-
say that's a
That's
wash.
probably a no. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably no. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special precautions?
I would again give it a wash on that one because you guys are particularly good at this. But I mean, of course they have defenses, but that's why you guys did a lot of research.
Right.
So I would say you don't get one taken away, but you don't
Right.
get one given to you. I think for it.
That's fair. And are we using any friends or contacts to provide aid or insight in this operation? Oh, heck, we did.
We did very
Uh,
many.
Yes, you did a lot. Yeah.
Are any enemies or rivals interfering with this operation? I don't think so, unless there's
Give
something
me
we not
2
remembering.
seconds in my brain because of the way you guys are doing this. No.
Okay. And are there any other elements to consider? Yeah, are there any other things that we
But
might...
always.
Yes.
Okay.
How many dice does that take away?
1.
Okay, so we're at 4 still. So we're at 4. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay, there's 4s.
Oh
There's
God!
some
Use the
4s.
reroll.
Yeah, okay. fine, we'll
Use the
reroll.
reroll.
All right,
That's
we'll
what they
use the
have
reroll.
Throw more bits at it, Jackie. Throw more bits.
I mean, if I must.
No, that is
There's a
ridiculous.
6.
There we go.
There's a 6 in there.
Fuck that shit. Take my money. Give me a better one. I don't want that one.
Here's $20.
All right, gang. So let's start with the nobleman, I would say. Let's start with the nobleman. The nobleman is the one who is in possession for Nigel Weatherford III. The nobleman is the one in possession of the cart, and is also the one that is in possession of murdered people. So, gang who is infiltrating that home, tell me, where are you? Let's start with Ebony. It's Ebony and Sparrow, I do believe, correct?
Yes, Ebony, do you have a thought of what you would like to do here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What would you like me to do?
Really, I just want to take as much of the greenhouse with me as possible.
Okay.
If I could just get the
cart?
greenhouse on wheels and just attach it to the cart we need.
That's it's a little too big.
No, I
It's a
know.
little too big. Maybe a bunch of the planters, but maybe
Yeah,
not
that's
the
what
whole greenhouse.
that's what's actually gonna happen. But ideally,
Yeah.
that's never gonna work.
Oh god, that hurts. Ow.
I think low chaos here is our best bet.
Agreed.
But ace in the back pocket is always good.
All right.
So I think we just break in, get into the back of the warehouse or back of the greenhouse, grab a bunch of shit. Those plants are worth a lot.
Yes.
I would like one.
We'll take a few.
Yeah, but I'd like to keep one, not sell it.
Well, yeah.
And we have to leave some behind because the plants have the evidence under it, right? Bodies.
Usually.
So we can't take the whole thing.
Where you at? Where you guys at?
And then we need to get the cart. So, is there a side entrance or is there like the garage?
So seeing as how you had been looking at the place before, yes, we can say that infiltration is pretty decent. You're just gonna have to get past his security. He does have security, as most noblemen do, because the city sucks ass.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of security people wandering around. So how you choose to deal with them is up to you. But in order to get to the garage, there is one guy that just sort of seems to be patrolling back and forth that area and just kind of looking around. He seems to just have a lantern. As well as to get into the main house, it seems that looks like there's a couple of people milling about, maybe like one or two guys on the yard, and maybe a few people inside the house.
We want to do this on a night when it's not a murder.
Oh, okay. Specifically not happening. Yeah. Okay, no problem. So security's a little lax.
Yeah.
So only one guy in the outside, and he patrols the whole yard. So he's walking both to the garage and all the way around to the front. So you can just wait as long as you're in and out quick enough. Where are you going, garage or house?
I'm going to the garage. If you want anything from the house, go for it. But
I don't want to go near the house, honestly.
So let's just take a couple of plants and this
All right.
cart.
Okay.
All right.
See what we can get. Like, looting the house is all well and good if the house is empty, but it's not.
No.
So
And
go on.
Unless the house is completely empty.
It's not completely. There's probably still a few people walking around in there. Like maybe like one other security person in there, but it's not nearly as secure.
House.
It's not nearly as secure as it was. I assumed you were doing it on a sacrifice night. I apologize. But yeah, no, there's maybe like one other security guy in there. But we can say you can hop the fence easy enough. You guys are both skilled at this.
Yeah.
And then to get in, you have Victor's tools. So you don't even really have to.
Okay.
You're good. He rolled like a 6 on it, so you don't even have to roll for that.
Let's unlock the garage, unlock the cart, get in the house.
So you're going into the garage to see the cart?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. You open the garage and you're like, perfect. It's like one of those nice big stables where people used to keep like stagecoaches and shit. It's nice and big. So is the cart. This cart that Nigel Weatherford III wants is bright purple. It has ridiculous things on it. It is an outlandish looking mechanical device. It looks like it hasn't been touched in years, but sits there and is still shiny and bright, even in the dark. As you kind of like start inspecting it, it looks like it has these tubes on the wheels that seem to have the sort of like the fluorescence inside of it from the like radiant plants. It is a bizarre fucking thing, but it's big as fuck. So is it big enough to pull something with it? Maybe. Maybe. It also seems to have no horses or spots for horses or goats. And as you start looking at it, it has these levers on it and these strange
Oh God,
things.
it's a car. No.
It's a bizarre looking device. Now you, with your one level of tinker, kind of look at it and you're like, I think this thing fucking moves on its own.
Well, that's worse and better.
It might be
Worse.
weird. You would have to learn how to drive it on the way, but you have a tinker.
God.
You can do that. But it's a bizarre motherfucker. But it's big as hell. So like it looks tough and strong.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Do you want to get in and out of the house? Actually, do you want to create a distraction in part of the house and then we loot another part of it?
How would you like me to create a distraction, dear?
How are we gonna create a distraction?
Well,
You know what I said about chaos before?
Well, okay, I can do chaos.
Now, what you guys do know is that spirits attract wardens. Wardens
Yeah.
are one of the few uncorrupt people of the city.
In your world. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Actually, I think
Right.
even in the book,
really?
they're considered
I'm so used to
inspectors.
Shadowrun where everyone is fucking corrupt as shit.
So of course there's. I mean, remember the forged document? Like, yes, there's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
examples, but as a whole, inspectors and wardens tend to be like they're here to do a job that's more important than your bullshit. Basically, like, you know what I mean? We don't give a fuck. We're here because you fucked up with ghosts or you fucked up with monsters. Now get the fuck out of my way or go to jail. Like, that's their job.
Yeah.
Is like, I don't care about your drugs. I don't care about you whatever fucking bullshit corruption. I'm here to whoop some ass. And so you do know that spirits bring wardens. This place is full of pain.
Hmm. What do you think, Sparrow?
What I think is we steal first. As quietly and quickly as possible.
All
I
right.
just want one plant.
This truck can fit
Alright.
more.
And
more
then
than
we
one.
get what we can from the house.
Okay.
And if we don't, and if we get spotted in the house, you do what you do.
Well, in order to create that distraction, I would be doing what I do.
Well, okay, so maybe we don't need the distraction. We just do it, and then
All right.
smash and grab.
All right.
So
I prep like the barn doors to be almost entirely shut.
you could run through them if you need to.
I plan on it.
Do you
And,
want to
like, the outer gate, I'm gonna rig it so like the crossbar is
Mhm.
just gonna like snap or fall right off.
That's fine. That's fine.
And there's just one guy prowling around.
Yep.
Um,
You want to judo chop him?
actually, can we say that I borrowed one of? Can I take a stress for a flashback to have a sleep potion from?
Okay. Yeah. That's. I'm gonna say no stress for that. That's
Okay.
fine. Grimulkin, like Victor handing out items. I feel like Grimulkin probably shares. Remember, you got a bunch of it too. At one point, I
Would
think
you
you
like
had
some
your own
candy?
stash of it. He has his own like small supply, so you can all have a vial of that shit handy if you'd like. He's the best at using it. He can
Yeah.
use it all different ways. But you fucking shove it in someone's face and it's gonna work. So.
Basically, I'm gonna stealth up behind this guy and chloroform him.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's and while you're doing that, Ebony, what are you doing with the house? Are you sneaking into the house? Is that what was happening?
Is that what I'm
Your way
doing?
in. Talk your way in, or however you want. Just get what you can out of the house. I'll get some stuff from the garden.
Yeah, you know what? I'll talk my way in. I'm good at that.
Okay. So Sparrow, what do you want to roll skirmish to see how well this
I'm
little...
just gonna prowl up behind him and hit him in the face.
Okay,
So-
roll.
Oh, this
And
also
then-
prowl also covers backstabbing and throat cutting.
Oh, I did not know that. Look at
Risky
that.
standard.
Nice.
Yes. And then Ebony, you were going to use consort to get in the house?
Yes.
I got a 6.
Okay. Good. So Ebony, roll your consort.
Also risky standard?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
Just
no,
in-
risky limited because you're fucking
Ah,
a random
You
person
can
in the middle of
always
the night.
push yourself.
let me redo that.
You can also cut his fucking head off if things go wrong.
That's true.
It's true.
That's very true.
But,
And
yeah.
yes, I'm going to go ahead and push myself for an
Okay.
extra die.
Well, remember, you can also do it for extra effect. But it's up to you.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll get an extra die. It's easier. There we go. I got a 6.
Cool.
5,
so,
6, 5, 5.
Ebony, you knock on the door, and a security personnel opens it. Kind of a tough-looking woman who opens the door. Her hair kind of pulled back into like a tight bun, and she looks at you. She's probably about the same height as you, and she looks you up and down. Can I help you? Just as you see one person kind of walking around as he hears the knock on the door, and as he just, it's like darkness. You don't even see who fucking did it. It's just gone. Like the camera, he just goes off camera. How do you get in? What do you say to her?
Hey, may I come in for a moment?
What seems to be the issue?
I'm being followed by an ex. Please. Just for a moment.
She kind of looks behind you. All right, get in, and like looks over. Because you are dressed well usually and look well, she assumes that you are nobility.
Yes.
As you come in, she goes and shuts the door and locks it and has her back to you for a second. Now, what family did you say you were from? As she is turning around to face you.
The Morgans.
Morgans. I'm not familiar with that family. I apologize.
That's all right.
Well, the master is sleeping right now, but I can get you some tea if you'd like, and we can contact the authorities.
That would be lovely.
All right. Well, have a seat in the sitting room. And she shows you
you.
a room to the left. There's a fire on, and I will notify the Bluecoats post haste. And she goes not towards the kitchen, but it looks like towards a different room. As she says, she's going to notify the Bluecoats because you just told her that there's somebody coming.
Okay.
So you may need to intercept quickly.
Yeah.
While you're thinking about that, Sparrow, you have everything prepped. Do you just start raiding the garden?
I raid a bit of the garden.
Okay, so you start you go into this beautiful, it's so nice, it's so pretty, there's so many radiant flowers and shit, and as you start digging up some of the soil, you see that there are bones. There's like, you dig one's growing out of like a human skull, and you're like,
I leave it partially exposed and I go for a different plant.
okay, you continue to grab this. They're beautiful, different breeds. This was obviously a hobby of Vincenzo's. As you begin to pull them out, we're gonna hop from you guys, and we're gonna hop right over to Grimalkin and Victor. Grimalkin and Victor, the councilman. How are we approaching? What are you doing?
Well, I think entrance. Well, I know what I would like to do is make
Yes.
sure that we have at least a few of our rooks with us to carry the extra heavy bits once we
Absolutely.
find them. But they will kind of hang back until we have gained entrance and found what we need to find, and then we will call them in.
Sure.
In terms of how we actually gain entrance, using our expertise with the blueprints, and I would imagine Victor's specific expertises, we'll be able to find a pretty easy way in. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes.
We also have maps and keys.
And we do have maps and keys, of course.
Mhm.
So yeah, you're probably definitely able to make your way. You're going into the manor itself. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that you probably found in was probably a way into the basement, which
Okay.
is probably the quietest and easiest way in, through one of the old forgotten tunnels. There is what appears to be something that has been lost to a lot of maps, but your architect was able to find it under like some old ones, and it's sort of a forgotten tunnel that Victor is able to like pry bar your way through with some rec, and you're able to get into the actual basement of this man's home. It's sort of like a
Perfect.
wine cellar, beautiful wine cellar, massive.
I'm not very sneaky. Are you very sneaky, Victor?
I am not, however, I am sure we can make it work.
Right. We want to scout ahead a bit because I think we know that there's 2 secret locations in a safe room. So I think the first thing we do is the safe room's in the basement. Yes.
Yes.
We need to disable the lock on the safe room in case he decides to bolt down here. Is that something you're able to do?
Problem. Oh yeah, no problem. I can make sure it don't ever lock again.
Perfect.
Okay. It does not take long for you to find it, Victor. You kind of know where it would be with the and you guys saw the blueprint, so you know exactly where it is. Bam, you find it. Tinker and fuck with it. It looks like a pretty standard design. It's well made. It's very well made. But because that, it's predictable. To someone who knows what they're doing, it's not like some bizarre, obscure old lock. It's new. It's fresh. It's top of the line. You know exactly how to fuck this thing up. So unless something goes disastrously wrong with your roll, you're good.
So I'm gonna
12 ones.
So I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Rec for this one, and let's see, do I really?
You don't have to. I wouldn't push yourself. You don't really have to for this. That's what I'm saying. Like this seems like something you got. Like I would say, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Risky standard.
Yes, risky great because this is what you do.
Okay. Let's do that. And yeah, because I got my burglary kit, I got my demolition tools ready to go.
Roll that dirty business. And then Grimulkin, what are you doing?
There's a 6.
Easy peasy, motherfucker. That shit's not locking anytime soon.
Done.
While he's doing that, I would like to make my way up the stairs onto the main floor.
Okay.
See if there's and I would be wearing some sort of cover identity. I would probably look like a servant in some way, or security. Okay. Yes, if we know the security here, I would look like security. Yes.
So you come walking from entering the basement, looking differently and being covered in like dust. You exit looking like one of the security, perfectly clean. Your face is even a little changed as you exit that shit. I would assume.
Yes.
Right? If this was like another movie, you'd have one. If this was a different time, you'd have one of those things. But you don't. But you're good. As you kind of walk up, your hair is smooth and you're looking professional and clean. And one of the other security actually walks past you. He's like, just nods at you, and you're like you're motherfucking solid. So you basically are always disguised, kind of whenever you want.
Let's do this thing. Yeah. All right.
You scrunched a part of your cheek to give yourself like a scar. It looks dirty. So this house is fucking huge, and beautiful. This house is like as big as the school almost that you guys are in. It's fucking huge, but you know exactly where to go. You know exactly what room to go to.
I'm sure there's a carpet bag as well around here somewhere. Yes, just a simple carrying case of a medium-sized luggage that I can use to throw fancy things that I find as I move throughout the house.
Absolutely.
Then that is what I'm doing. I am robbing this place blind as I go.
Which, as if any of the other security come by, you can just stash under a couch and stand there like you're doing your job. And as soon as you fucking rip that shit back out and just fucking stealing things.
Just making sure ain't no one coming through here. Yeah.
So given your disguise, you'll get a +1 to this roll, and then kind of pick what you're using to just fucking filch everything from.
I think it's finesse because I'm being Bobby 3 Fingers.
Do it up.
Yeah. I guess
Extra
Frankie
die.
5 Fingers. Yeah. I don't know.
And risky great.
Yeah, risky, great. And I get an extra die. Is there anything else I can do to give myself help here? I don't think so.
Do you need assistance from? Would you like?
I would, but I don't want you to waste anything because I'm going to be at 3 dice.
Okay.
Oh, Crystal, thank you for the gifty poop. No, I'll just go with 3 dice because we have a couple rerolls. I'll see what happens.
Okay. Also, this is just for getting money. This isn't for like sneaking into the.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
cares
Worst case
about the money.
I know.
There's a 5.
I got a 5. You know, that's enough.
Okay.
Captain Sticky Fingers got a 5. I didn't fail. So
5 coin worth of goods is what I was going to use for that. Whatever your highest roll was how much coin you got.
Okay.
You got
That's
5.
a lot of coin.
This is a councilman's house. This guy runs the city. He has the nicest of shit. 5 coin worth. You are only picking out the things that look the most expensive. Note, these are the things people will notice are gone the most. these are beautiful statues, small, pure golden fucking thingamajues, whatever they are.
Yes.
Little trinkets and tinkets and bibs and bobs is what you're stealing, but they are like prized things. So
Excellent.
You probably don't have super long to mill about the house before people goes, some shit stolen. You know, but you have good shit.
Yay. I made it.
So
All
like,
right.
it was like 1 coin per person because of what you just got.
And there are 2 locked rooms upstairs, or 2 safe rooms upstairs,
Yes.
like a safety deposit box area, and then something in his bedroom.
And at this point, I can say Victor can be with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you'd
Yeah.
like, and he's with you, so like he's
Don't
got
worry,
sort of
Franco's
cover
with me. Yeah.
Yeah, under
right.
your identity. So
Yeah.
you guys go for the safe rooms.
Yeah. We'll go for the one in the
Okay.
study first, right, Gov?
Yes.
Right.
So
Alright.
Victor, you don't even have to roll for this. These aren't. It's not
Yeah.
like these are super locked. They're just hidden, and you know where they are. So it's like literally you just flick a switch behind the door. Like you look at it and you're like, it's there. Like you know exactly how to handle this shit.
It's like, oh, I just have to press a button. Oh, that's so easy.
You're looking at a bookcase and one of the books is like definitely brighter than all the other books, and it's like, oh, it's definitely that one. You pull like the old Scooby-Doo cartoons, and the fucking thing slides open. So the first one, the bookshelf, that's not inside of the person's actual home, you find what appears to be a small office. This small office has like a desk, a chair, writing implements, as well as letters sitting on the desk. There seems to be, it's like he was in the process of writing notes. And,
I'm stealing some
writing
letters.
things in.
I have a reason why.
Okay. Amidst these letters looks like unfinished versions of letters that were being written to someone known as the Crimson Queen. Was writing some letters to the Crimson Queen.
Okay. Be reading those later. Can't read them now.
Victor's actually going to do the more sillier thing and actually just starts taking other things in the drawers of the desk.
Okay.
It's just like, I don't know what's important. I'm just going to take that.
Look for books.
Okay, you just
Stop
start
it with
shoving
what's
it
in
into your. You start shoving it in your endless coat, your coat of
Expensive
holding
books.
that you just have.
Yes.
Into your hammer space, Victor's hammer space, where he hides all of his fucking crazy shit.
Like, here's my smaller railgun.
You want the typewriter? I have a typewriter. So you guys are robbing that shit. You assume that these letters are the ones that must be being sent to
yes, Scoveland.
to Aruvia. Yeah,
Or Ruvia, yes. Sorry,
the
Ruvia,
Crimson
yes.
Queen. You don't know who the fuck that is, but it's a
Yeah.
queen. You know, in some way.
Yes.
So
Yes, some sort of spy
you
or
assume
handler or something.
if you want to push your luck and go for his,
I am, and there's a reason
room.
why. There's a very specific reason why. Okay, first of all, while we are in here, I'm not just looking for evidence. I'm looking for bank information.
Oh, I like this.
I have a thing that
Okay.
needs to be done.
Okay.
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 I'd like to know where he banks and if he has any usable banking information.
That would most likely not be kept in here. That would most likely be kept in you like important bank info, not just
The
like
other
summaries and
bank.
stuff. Gotcha.
The other
So
bank.
that would probably be in his personal safe. Yes.
That is where we are going.
So you go to his room, the councilman's room.
Yes.
Okay. How do you guys get in?
How do we get in, Victor?
He is sleeping. It is late at night.
Oh,
It's always night.
I have
always night.
been watching Jed do nice things, and so he pulls out like these there's actually like nice like lock picking to set, and actually starts picking the lock the old-fashioned way instead of
Roll Tinker.
I could do Wreck or Tinker. Either one will work.
Okay.
Let's do Tinker.
I would say Tinker is it's
Okay.
ding, ding, ding. Literally makes the noise.
I would like to
Roll-
spend a stress for a flashback.
Okay.
Go ahead.
When working with my master architect, I want to know if any of the doors in this house are trapped.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm
yes,
happy to
this-
spend stress on that.
Yep. I will say one. I'll say one stress because that's not like a
Okay.
big deal.
Okay.
Yes, and this one, which is why it was going to be risky limited.
Oh.
But because of that, you take one stress. It is risky standard
Okay.
because
Be
now
careful.
Victor knows.
Yes. Doors
All right.
trapped.
Oh. Okay.
Gotta think with the noggin. It's like a mini dungeon.
All right, and I think Victor's also gonna take 2 stress to push himself and get the extra die.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
And I will freely assist stress-free
Okay, so that's
with one
2
of my 2
dice.
for the game. Yep.
All right, so that's 2 dice. Oh,
We have 2 rerolls.
Yeah, I'll take the reroll on
Okay.
That's your last reroll, I believe.
No, we have 2 because Crystal gave us 1. I just didn't put it back up.
You fucking guys, Jesus. we gotta win. All right, go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
there's a crit. There's
There
2
we go.
6s.
Silent as the dead. As the door creaks open to the dark room, you hear the snoring of the sleeping councilman. We're going back to the other 2. Ebony, what are you doing? The person is walking away to you assume wearing blue coats. What are you doing?
I want to try to put her in a sleeper hold.
Okay. Okay.
I did
Skirmish?
just up my skirmish.
Yep. So skirmish.
Yep.
Risky standard because your skirmish is a little higher now. What is your skirmish at? 2, 3?
3.
Yeah. Okay. So risky standard.
Okay.
Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Nope, we have 1 reroll left. Up to you.
There's a 4.
It is 4.
4 is a success.
4 is a limited. Yes.
It's a limited success.
Yeah, I'll go with it. I don't care.
Okay.
Foreman.
As you fucking grab her and fall to the floor, she is quiet and. But as her feet, at the last moments of her falling asleep, her foot kicks something, and it
Shit.
and it smashes a vase to the floor. You hear what sounds like somebody waking up upstairs, but there's no other security because you chose the night, a quiet night to do this. If the cult was here, whoops! But the cult's not here, so then you got a bunch of cultists coming. Right now, it just sounds like the nobleman woke up. Vincenzo has awoken. You've a limited amount of time.
Yeah. So I'm going to very quickly look in the area that I'm in for something valuable and get the fuck out.
There is what appears to be, as you see the door that she had opened leads to some strange room, and in that room it looks like there is a single bell that's on there, and it says 4 emergencies on top. Definitely what was gonna some sort of magically enchanted thing that would have let the blue coats know. There is also what appears to be a weird golden mask in a sitting atop this pedestal made of bone.
Oh, I want that.
Okay, you get near it. It's evil as fuck. Hey, guess what? It's evil as fuck.
Yeah.
So fucking
At this
evil.
point, so am I.
It's evil as a motherfucker. It's perfect. And as you get near it, you can feel how much death it has had around it, how many people it's seen die. And as you get near it, you can feel his presence, and you can feel the aching in your bones, and you hear him go, "Take it."
Oh, I'm going to.
Go upstairs and rip his spine from his body.
Oh.
I will make sure he lives enough to feel it. Sparrow, while Ebony considers that, Sparrow.
Hell yeah.
Sparrow, what do you do? Okay. Sparrow?
I am putting the plants in the thing. I'm getting on top of it. I'm taking a moment to familiarize myself with it, because when I start this thing, it's going to be loud as hell.
Roll Tinker.
Yes.
Roll Tinker. I don't know. Roll Tinker, I guess. Push yourself, or if anybody
Pushing
has a
myself
flashback.
for an extra
or
thing.
or if you would like. Yes?
I want to help you, but I feel like I have to save my last free one for the boat, just in case.
Okay.
I think that
That's
maybe
fine.
is a good idea.
I'm cool with it.
Okay, so just roll Tinker, and it'll be what it'll be. Don't worry, it's not gonna completely futz you.
Oh, I
Wait
get
a
a bonus
minute.
dice.
I would like to push my.
I rolled a 2, but I get an extra die.
Okay. Roll
And
the
you
extra.
said you'd like to.
I did think of a way, and you can tell me, Evan, if this works or not. Asking around my friends, obviously there's some sort of large wagon that this noble person has. Does somebody know what it is? Like, as we're doing our
Yeah. Do you mean this wagon that?
Yeah, I would like to do
that
a
she's wearing?
flashback where I've asked around about what this wagon might be in order to like forearm us with the knowledge.
You could even say that you may have just asked Nigel Weatherford III.
Oh, yeah.
It's his wagon.
What is
he
the
could-
wagon?
He could have been like, well, of course, Philly. Here's exactly all the details of it. Here's a
Here's the
blueprint.
spare
for-
key.
Here's a blueprint for the stupid fucking thing. I love it so much. It's loud as balls. And he gives you a blueprint, which we can say that you gave to Victor. Like, you're like, thank you. And then you just hand it to Victor, like, I don't know what this is. And Victor knows exactly and could have basically detailed Sparrow on it.
Okay. So I get-
Yes. What kind of
I
stress?
will say-
actually wrote details on like instructionally like how to turn on the vehicle, how to operate it.
I would say take 2 die because of that, because you asked the guy who built
it's
it.
giving me a total of 3 extra dice.
Yeah, which is just now you being
I'm
able
just
to
gonna
take
roll
that
this
data.
with 3 dice, taking that 2 as my first one.
Do it up, man.
So I get 3 more die.
Roll that beautiful business. I would say
I got a 6.
There
there
we
you
go.
go. You know how to drive it. It will be loud. You
Beautiful.
can't stop it from being loud, but you can drive it fast. It goes fast as hell too. No, it's loud in a different way. So you know how to drive
Oh
it.
my God.
And
It burns spirits, doesn't it?
no,
Okay.
Weatherford's
that'd
not
been
like that.
hilarious.
Okay.
That'd been awesome. He said it wails like a banshee.
In my D&D land, yes, maybe, but not
Oh,
here.
yeah.
He's not that cold of a motherfucker.
It's a Deadlands thing.
Yeah, with the rock, the soul stones.
Yeah, the gold.
So,
oh my God, the ghost
uh,
stone. Yes.
So you know how to drive it. Ebony should be along very shortly. Are you waiting for her?
Yeah.
Ebony, what are you doing? Describe it to
I'm
me.
going upstairs. I'm
go
taking the
upstairs.
mask. I'm putting it on,
You
obviously.
put on the mask. Do you take your sword out?
He said rip his spine out. So
Yeah,
no.
you can cut his spine out. It's up to you. Oh, okay.
What did-
It's up to you. How do
Carving
you
it
want
will
to
make it
approach?
easier.
How do you want to enter his
Ooh.
room? What do you want to look like? I was imagining
like a
sword out,
ghost.
gliding it. Oh, so you almost use your magic-y bits to make your dress kind of flow as you open up the door, almost like a prestidigitation. His door open.
Yes.
As you can see a man in his bedclothes, and you can see one kind of, he's wearing nothing but bedclothes and the shining gold ring on his ring finger, and he's like, "Who are you?"
Your worst nightmare.
And he looks at the mask, and he looks at the sword, and he looks at you, and he, "Is there a fucking, are you a demon?" And the shadows behind you grow across the ceiling, and
Yes.
he kind of looks up, and in the shadow are 2 kind of burning coals. As you can see, his
Ruining the
bed
job.
kind of twists, and he okay, and he gets down on his hands, and he starts praying, and he's like, "I have been good to the old gods. I have been good to the," and he starts praying to a god that is not here.
Oh,
And
it's not
do you
going
do
to
it?
matter. Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, do you do it
I'm
with your
going
hands or your
to-
sword?
No, what I'm going to do is use my sword to split the skin at the neck
Mhm.
and rip his spine from his body.
You do so, and as you reach in, you can feel your bones twisting in your arm as he is reaching, like wearing your hand like a glove, as he gives you the
Yeah.
strength to reach in and fucking predator his entire spine as it rips out, and his skull slipping out of it with it. And as you rip that out, all the rest of his bones seem to twist, contort, and bend, and he ends in this agonizing looking twist. You can hear the skull screaming as you lift it up, and as the demon goes, "Yes," as you kind of just hold it above you, and you're like, and you can hear some noise from the house go, some fucking siren, or it sounds like a creature on the roof just screaming. As soon as the scream dies, that scream begins, and you kind of drop it, and the crooked man is nowhere to
Yeah.
be found. You're on your own.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab that ring and then I'm going to get the fuck out.
Your bloody, caked in blood hands, slipping it off. Sparrow, you hear it. You hear the sirens. You hear this noise from the roof.
I start the.
You
damn
start
thing.
the car, and it's kind of like electrical in the way that it's moving about. Uh-oh, my internet is unstable. Can you guys still hear?
Yeah, we can absolutely see
You're
you.
good.
And-
Okay, good. The thing starts, and as you push through the doors, Ebony is running, and you can see her hand is caked in blood as she's running to you, and she has the golden mask still on her face.
I give Ebony a look.
The complications.
You get onto the cart overloaded with radiant plants as you begin to go. Yes.
I realize who your character might be for Nigel Weatherford and what this vehicle might be in my brain. And so I have headcanon for it now. It's fine.
Okay. As you
Does
begin
it
to
make us clean on the other side? Like,
As you
No, it
begin
does
to
not.
as you begin to drive this thing, as the wheels turn, those tubes brighten, and as the wheels turn, the whole thing starts to play music out of some strange box as it goes. And you're
Oh
like,
my
what
God.
the fuck? As it just woohoo, and it starts. It's like a party wagon that you're driving, and it's just. It's fucking making noises, and those sirens going off, and it's the war. It's loud as fuck. Where are you going?
Can I make a tinker check real quick to disable just the sound?
Yeah,
Just to
sure.
be like,
It's like
Go ahead, real quick,
where's
real
that
quick.
master volume switch?
Controlled standard.
I'm not gonna take any bonuses.
Now it sounds like a pre-recorded voice, and it's got two big megaphone things that rose out of
I
it.
got a
as it
3,
started
so
moving.
I failed.
So you try to turn it off, and you activate like woohoo. You activate the woohoo button, and it just starts woohooing as in woohoo, 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 and you're just like, shut the fuck up as it's going through the streets. It's attracting a lot of attention, but boys, you guys have entered the room. What do you do? The councilman is sleeping.
The first thing I immediately do is make sure that he stays asleep by giving him a good night serum. Yes.
You did it before. He doesn't even notice it. This is
the
something
sec-
you're good at. This is something you guys got in the room so stealthy, like you're good. You flashbacked in order to get in here super secret. You're good.
The next thing I
He's
do is I make a
fucking good.
mask of his face with my advanced mask making.
You know, because you put he doesn't wake up. Yeah, you put
I
the
mean-
sleep serum. If you didn't put the sleep serum, he'd be like, get the fuck.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
that's why
I-
he did
that,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
he is.
Plus,
So
Blaster
he.
doesn't take that long to.
No,
harden,
it
so-
doesn't even. I told you that mask that I can wear.
It's
right?
that. It's that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so I put
all you
that
have to
on
do
there,
is
yeah.
it's like memory foam, I would
Yeah.
imagine. So you kind of push it on there. It's just really thin. As
Yeah.
you push it on there, as he is asleep, just enough for the mouth, and you have a perfect mask of his face.
That is exactly what I
No.
want. And then I would like a pair of his finest clothes, please. And I would like to put them in my valise.
Okay. Victor.
Do you want to know why? I feel like I should tell you why.
No, you want to be him at some point.
I do. And
I get
that
it.
time I want to be him is when I walk into a bank and withdraw all of his money
Ooh, nice.
in order to set ourselves up for the final stage of my plan.
Okay.
Yes.
So, well, Victor, I assume you go to the as Grimulkin is
I'm
sifting
just-
through. I assume
I'm
you're
just-
choosing what clothes. Like
Oh,
you're
yes,
like
it'll
you're
be
picky.
something quite
Yeah.
nice. Yes, of course.
Yeah, so Victor is definitely going to just break the safe. So
Easy enough. I'm not, don't even. You're good.
Oh,
we're
okay.
we're running level. You're good at it. You're like, oh, this is bullshit. Child's play. Fucking, you can dig through
It's
that
like-
motherfucker
it's like-
quick and easy.
it's like I even brought the special gear. The okay. Well, never.
Well, that's the special gear you use. That's why you're not rolling.
Yeah, fair enough. It's like, and then so I open the safe. And I guess whatever's inside, Victor's just gonna take.
So as you open it, there are several sealed letters. There are several different envelopes that are open. There are papers and documents, and there is there's no money. He wouldn't keep coin in like a little safe like this, but there does appear to be a small 6-shot revolver, not glowing with runes like John Irons is, but it is a Severosian design. Which is very illegal in this city, but you know, he wants the best to protect himself with. He got one that can fire 6 bullets instead of 2.
Take all the papers.
Yes, no problem. Do you want the gun?
Yes. I already have one
Okay.
Silver C6 gun. I might as well have 2.
Here you go. Toss it.
I don't know how to use them very well yet, but I'll figure it out. Good enough.
Good enough.
Is there
Okay.
anything else easily stealable in here, money-wise?
In his room, nothing worth anything really. He kept his things on display throughout his home. This
Sure.
is what you just got is what's fucking important
Yes.
to him. Everything else, like fine clothes, things like that, but stuff that would be a little more pain in the ass than it would probably be worth.
Yes. Okay.
So, I would
But
say
I want to
that,
confirm that we
5
got the
points probably-
baking information out of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, you got what you're looking for,
Good.
and you're good. And do you
Yes.
just leave?
Well, they still need the
We have the
They
evidence.
got the letters. They got the evidence.
flamethrower.
Oh, yes, the flamethrower. Yes.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Which is
you-
going to be over in the workshop, I imagine.
Warehouse.
Yeah.
But given your disguise ability, you're able to get there relatively easily. Though there's security outside and outside the
Hey,
warehouse
governor.
itself,
Just
you're
doing
allowed
rounds.
in.
Yeah.
And Victor looks like a mechanic, which are the people that are allowed in this particular warehouse, especially.
Yeah.
Which is easy enough to do. So I would say, as you are let in and allowed in due to your costume, you see that it is not really stuff isn't really happening because it's you came here like late.
Yeah.
But you do see as you walk in, you activate like the lights, the electricity, and before you is Victor. It's like the size of
Is
I
it like
would
the
say,
size
like-
of an auditorium?
no, it's the size of like an armchair. It's a
Ew.
big fucking, but it's not like something you would hold. It's like a big
Oh.
kind of platform and like a cone sort of shape. And you're looking at it, and it looks like you pull on some sort of string, and it and just launches fire into the air. You activate it with a triggering mechanism, and it just fucking gouts fire.
Oh, well, this is different. This is not
You-
a flamethrower.
It's made for something else. I don't know.
It's no flamethrower unless the ground is the target, which could be good.
But it can fit on a cart.
Oh yes, we are taking it.
Okay. So I would say that there's probably a cart just right outside for deliveries and such.
Mhm.
Do you, I don't know. Given your guys' outfits, you can probably just fucking load the thing. To be
Yeah,
honest,
we're gonna-
like,
well, we're
you're
gonna
both
load-
dressed
yeah.
exactly the way you're supposed to.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
for this.
All right, we're going to load
Yes.
this up. Boss wants us to have a friend look at it.
All right.
All right.
They just like don't
Good.
give us. Just, okay. Oh, he never tells us shit.
I know, right? One guy knows everything and everybody. Rough. All right.
Right.
Blah.
You got a hand grabbing your butt in your pocket?
Doesn't everyone?
I wish. And he stares. He stares into the abyss. He just stares into nothing. You gave him a sad moment.
Oh, there's no one grabbing my butt.
So as you guys loaded onto the cart, your job went fucking smooth. Off you
We didn't
go
rip
with
anyone's
this.
spine out or screw up the job in any way at all.
You had 5 coin worth of money. You got the extra shit you got, as well as this big weird flamethrower. And do you bring it to Nigel Weatherford's house, or do you bring it all to the boat?
Wait a minute. Oh no, we bring it. We take it to Nigel Weatherford's house first.
Okay, for the big flamethrower.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
what
is
the fuck are we gonna do with that thing?
beyond.
Yeah.
He is beyond joyful. I will say that you arrive probably at the same time that that the Dingle crew arrives with their chime machine, and so as you guys approach, you see this light coming from between houses as you just see like a frustrated hit something on my computer. I would imagine like a frustrated sparrow. Like,
Oh, she's
fucking
pissed.
goddamn fucking thing. You go horse-drawn carrots doesn't make this goddamn noise. So as you're making
I
your
can make a
way-
horse be quiet.
and as you arrive, it goes.
Oh, no, that's not.
You pull
Yeah,
up, and
I
it
just
goes.
forget.
Yeah.
As I get off the cart, I suddenly remember that I have a silence potion in my pocket. And I go, fuck.
As there was probably some epic escapes from police throughout this nonsense and debauchery, but this thing slows down to a wee, slow down. As it stops screaming. And Nigel Weatherford comes, hearing the noise, comes busting out of his home, excited, and has a little bit of smoke coming off of his body as he comes running out. And he goes, well, my goodness, what do we have here?
I'll pull my
Ooh,
knife
you
on
done
him
it.
and say, the plants are mine. I hate this. And put my knife away
Be nice.
and like walk away.
What an angry young lady. Jeez.
She's very
Yeah.
angry. Yes.
Do you have my juice goose?
Not yet. That's next on our list.
All right, if there's
But it
anything
was-
you need help with, let me know because this is fucking fabulous. You need something extra, a little extra push? You got it.
What is extra push?
I don't know. What are you doing? I don't know.
We're sneaking onto a Leviathan hunter ship.
I'll tell you what. You get on that ship, you get a free flashback on me, huh? I know that's meta, but I'm just saying it now.
I love it. It's perfect.
There's no other way to do it.
I have
bonus
this
point.
for you, and then you cutscene.
Well, I can tell you what it is right in this box, and it glows gold, and then we'll come back to that later.
Yeah.
What is it? Like from Pulp Fiction? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? So, boom. You guys have delivered it. Leviathan ship.
If I may, we have 18 minutes until we're supposed to be done.
Oh, yeah. So this is going to be, the Leviathan ship is quick, and then after you're done the Leviathan ship, which I assume will be fast because you guys have planned the shit out of it, you will take me through what you do with all of this. I will leave it in your hands as to how you tie it off, essentially.
Well, what I'm asking is, do we want to do that tonight, or do we want to have more time to stretch it out on the next
So
game?
we might not have enough time because I have as many people as I
Oh.
do sessions left. You see,
Okay.
I'm trying to get
Yeah,
everybody's finales.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is essentially your finale. I was
Yep.
trying to, you know what I mean?
Okay, I just didn't want to. Okay, yeah.
So
Okay.
more so with this one, this is going to be a little less rolls and monotonous rolls, and it's going to be more. You guys have all the pieces in place for the Leviathan ship. You know exactly where the thing is. Take me through how do you get there, and if there's anything crazy, I'll make you roll. But if not, this should be pretty smooth and easy.
Okay.
How do we get aboard?
I think I have an idea for how this works. We are going to use my Leviathan captain friend, and we're going to have him dress us up in his crew members' clothing, so that when he comes on to make a distraction, we're able to also get on with him as kind of his group. And then he's like, I want to talk to the captain alone. That allows us to break off and go where we need to go while we're hanging out on the ship. And if we need to talk our way through something somewhere, we talk our way through something until we get down to the secret area that Evany found and take all of it.
Okay. So
Don't we want to leave something behind
No,
for the authorities to find?
no, because we're giving it all to Mishka.
Mishka
Okay.
is your authorities.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
authorities could be paid off if the wrong people get sent.
Yeah.
Well, let me look at my character sheet. So, as soon as we get on the boat and like the group turns a corner, as soon as I can get no one looking at me, I'm going to burn a lot of stress.
Ooh, fun.
Okay.
You may
it can be as simple as asking to go to the bathroom, and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's right over there. All right.
You may shift partially into the ghost field, becoming shadowing. It's substantial. You take 2 stress plus 1 for each extra feature. Lasts for a few minutes rather than moments, and you are invisible rather than shadowy.
Boom. You are living. You are Predator with the air kind of bending around you as you enter this mode. You are unseen. Sparrow
This is the first time she's ever done it in a job for this purpose.
as you walk. You go towards. Can you go through stuff like this?
Insubstantial.
You go right through a bulkhead door, and there's a person standing right there, and you're like, fuck, and you freeze, and they just like sit there, walk right past you as you just kind of move and open the door. They were looking directly at you. They could not see you.
I don't
as
open
you're
the
just-
door. I just
They opened the door. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, but
they
they
were
opened the
going
door to
elsewhere.
leave. Yeah, they were going past you as you just, and you continue to make your way. You know exactly where the place is. Evany saw it. She saw exactly where these objects of pain are. As the rest of you are talking to the captain, who is a despicable person. Even her presence, Evany, you can feel that the sort of the aggression, the violence exude from her body. As your ship captain, Grimulkin, is steadfast as he speaks to her, calm, cool, and collected. As you guys are sort of representing her, his interests and the like. And Sparrow, you make your way. God damn, you're invisible and you can go through walls. I can't stop you. You literally go into the captain's quarters. It smells like cigar smoke and whiskey. And as you make your way through, you find a small hatch.
No, I don't want to go anywhere near the captain's quarters because I know directly below it is where I need to be.
So
I
you
just go right through the wall.
Fucking.
I don't need the ladder.
There they are. They're these strange little objects. You see a compass. You see a book that seems to have a bloody handprint on it. You see a sword, a Leviathan Captain Hunter's sword, a Leviathan Hunter Captain's sword. You see a gun belonging to a Leviathan Hunter. You see a toupee in a glass case belonging, you assume, to a Leviathan Hunter. And you see a small goose statue, about the size of an actual goose. So it's actually pretty big. But it is the Juice Goose. The rest of these things are probably small enough to fit in a bag. The Juice Goose you'll have to like carry. And that's the hard part. But if anybody has sort of a free flashback as to how you get this thing out of here, or you guys have a free one if you want.
Yeah.
And he knows the Juice Goose. So if there's, I don't know, if you can think of some nonsense.
So I think what we did was we brought some sort of gift in a burlap sack. And so I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a couple tons of rum or something, right?
Okay.
And then we have an empty burlap sack after we give it, and Sparrow has a burlap sack. And so she's just carrying a burlap sack out that it's got a little bit of something in it, but it doesn't matter what.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, I'm invisible.
And so everything on you is invisible, I guess.
Well,
okay. Cool.
It's not. Well, it's up to you. Do you want to?
Or is
we'll
there
say
a floating ghost?
We'll say that if you put it in the burlap sack, we'll say as you hold the goose, it's invisible, the Juice Goose, and as you move, it's a statue. But as you bumped into a wall and it goes, and you're like. It makes noise, and you bumped into a wall. It screams and it shoots liquid out of its mouth, and you're like, ah! But it smells like apple juice. And you're like, what the fuck is this thing? And you make your way, but you're able to make your way through. You aren't able to go through walls with it, but you just need to wait for people to open doors, and you are able to shimmy your way through and eventually get out. And I
am not going to wait for the captain to be done with his conference to get off the ship.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You guys hear. And you hear a bird noise, and the captain goes, "Fucking birds, right?" And she's just like, so as sitting there having their weird stare off, you pitter patter off the fucking boat, and you're good. You have the Juice Goose, and you have the rest of the items in your bag.
God, that cost me 4 stress to do.
Yeah, well, but it's clutches. You're invisible and go through walls. The fuck am I supposed to do to you? It's like I could be a dick and be like, "There's runes on the door." I don't know, but this fuck me. Like, you're just like, "See ya." That's good. That's good shit. So now you're good. You have the items. You have the evidence. You bring it all to Mishka?
Well, we'll drop off the goose first because nobody wants that anyways.
So you drop off the Juice Goose.
Yes.
Nigel Weatherford the third looks upon it, rests his eyes upon his beautiful Juice Goose, and he goes, I never thought I'd see it again.
I'll put my arm on his shoulder and be like, "I'm sorry, I was mad at you before. The
It's
juice
okay.
is delicious.
It's okay, you have no taste, but that's all right.
The juice is delicious."
Mm-hmm. Come on, buddy. We have places to go. And he walks proudly into his garage and begins to work on things.
Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Can you say heavens to Murgatroyd in that voice, please?
Yes.
Can I say what?
Heavens to Murgatroyd?
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Yes. Yeah. It's absolutely that. Yep.
The stage left.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
I don't think he knows that it's.
I don't know
I
what that
don't
is.
think he knows the. Oh
Exit
god.
stage left.
Like,
Oh,
Just look up Snagglepuss.
You are
after the
either-
stream.
Yeah.
Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss
Oh
or
my goodness.
Muttley from Wacky Race. It's the same voice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But either way, yes.
I thought Muttley just snickered.
Oh, no,
like-
no. Well, what's his name? Had that voice. His
Dick
dad.
Dastardly.
Dick Dastardly.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Dastardly, yeah.
So
I'm glad
you've
we all remember
delivered-
that show and it wasn't just me. Sorry.
you have delivered what you need. with this evidence, which I assume you bring to Mishka,
Mishka.
which we can do that scene, or we can do it after what you're about to what's about to transpire. But what I want to know is, here on out, from this moment forward, Grimalkin, tell us how your plan comes together. Because with these last 10 minutes, I have nothing more for you guys to. You've handled all the things, all the prerequisites for it.
So the first thing that happens, before we even go to Mishka's, is I need to ensure that should things go wrong, my entire team is cared for.
Interesting.
And so I use the mask. I dress up in his clothing. As dawn breaks, I go to whatever bank is his, and I withdraw as much coin as I possibly can. I stash it away with a note that says, "In case of my death, break open. Thanks, you're welcome." It is to be used for no other thing other than that. If I live, I'll figure out what happens. But if I don't live, then it gets to them. That's thing one. Thing two is we go to Mishka's when we drop it off. And with her rise to power, and I find out one of them is dead, and that's something I have to deal with later. But the other two, I would imagine, get arrested. And
if after you hand it in, Mishka is ruining their lives. Absolutely, they are getting fucked in the face.
And I want to make sure that we are brought along in her rise, as we are the ones who orchestrated it.
Now, do you want to be known?
No, never.
Just, you want it to be like a "we scratched your back, remember us" kind of deal?
Yes.
Absolutely. You get the feeling, Victor, you can tell when people are lying. When Mishka is like, "I agree to this. You have helped me a great deal. I will remember this kindness." You that is not a liar. You know what I mean? She is a vicious, vicious fuck. Merciless and deadly. But she does not lie.
Mishka will remember this.
Mishka will remember. Mishka liked this. Mishka loved that.
It's a plus 10 to Mishka's reputation.
Absolutely. You went to max with Mishka, basically. Bringing down the councilman was not easy, but because of the evidence that you guys have gotten, it was pretty open and shut. It was his handwriting. It was in his home. It had his seal on it, and it has his signatures on it. It's the most damning evidence, and the council turns against him viciously and violently. They want to cut ties with him and basically try to show he's so bad and we're so good. Believe us, people.
Treason.
Treason. Oh, he was a spy. That's more kind of how they paint it. And Mishka's right along with it. And of course, what happens with her dealings we can touch on another time, but you are probably watching as the councilman is
the fall of these people, and
you're watching the councilman like pleading and screaming with people, aggressively yelling at bluecoats and wardens as they strap him, or bluecoats and inspectors as they strap him down in irons, which is fucking crazy. The same is true on the Leviathan ship, most likely. If as they are marching aboard the Leviathan ship, there's actually a small scuffle that breaks out with her, and she actually kills I would say probably about 3 wardens and 3 bluecoats and a warden before they're able to tackle her down to the ground and stop her. Because she is so just fucking awful.
The next thing that happens is I hold a grand ball at my new house, and I will use as much of my coin as possible to do it. And it is the re-entrance of my family into high society, and of course, my dear friend, he who started this whole thing to begin with, Lord Merryweather, is invited as the guest of honor.
Guest of honor. He arrives. Beautiful carriage. Not a terribly unattractive looking man. The finest of clothes and the most outlandish of personalities, not outlandish, but high society. As he arrives and enters, and for the first time in so long, you see him. You look upon him. What does Merryweather look like?
I view Merryweather as kind of a Sam, the Western guy, Sam
Elliott.
Sam Elliott. But with kind of a darker cast to his face. If Sam Elliott were more evil, he wears, so he's kind of got this like grizzled, sort of weathered gray face from years on either the sea or in service. He tends to wear high black top hats and a cane. and he comes. His finest is simple and severe, I think, in a way that kind of cuts through the crowd and makes a very pointed statement about who he is and the power he has. And once he's there and he gets situated, I will offer to have a private drink with him.
He arrives in all this luster and ego. And who do you look like? Or do you look like yourself?
I look like me. This is. I'm literally saying this is my family's coming out, and you've been invited to it.
So
my family's
arrives.
reestablishment in high society.
When you invite him for a drink, Grimalkin, I know I would say this, but this is your bad guy. But I would say, I don't even think he remembers you.
I think that's entirely possible.
He accepts. He seems. He sees your mother, does not recognize her. Your sister, your brother are all here, I would assume.
Yes.
He doesn't recognize them, though your mother is glaring holes in the back of his head. He does not care. Was that a woman I've slighted? I don't know. And I don't care.
Come, my
Go
friend.
ahead.
The reason you are my guest of honor is because I have a business proposal for you. A very special one.
Very well. Tell me of this proposal. And you go and sit with him in a smoking room.
And so the way I would like this to work is I will pour a glass for him and a glass for me, and I will pull out the handkerchief, and I will accidentally break the glass in such a way that it cuts his hand.
His hand?
And my hand, yes. So
Okay.
I will engineer a situation.
Like you
Oh, you know what I-
cheers.
You know what I do? Yes, I do two
Oh, no.
breakaway glasses.
My fucking screen just broke.
Right. No, can you hear us? Hi, we can see
Okay,
you.
you're all back. You're all back.
Okay,
you're all
sweet.
back. God, sorry, guys.
I do two breakaway glasses, right? And so when we go to cheers, both of the glasses shatter. And I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get that." And I
He
dab
doesn't
his
react
Yeah.
as the blood comes out. He goes,
I'm sorry. Let me get that. And I dab his hand and my hand, and somebody must put the wrong glasses in here. Let me go get new ones. And I put it in my pocket for the moment, with both of our blood on it. I go pour us new drinks, and I go, "You may not remember me, but I remember you. You did a great service to my family."
Did I?
Yes.
And what did I do for your family?
You taught us the value of a coin, the value of loyalty, the value of friendship. You taught us what it meant to be allies, what it meant to work together to a greater goal. You taught my mother how to be a whoremonger and my sister how to be a whore. You taught my brother how to be a tough, and I, who have lain the lowest of them. You have taught me how to seek revenge. Your friends, Conrad Rackerbacher, Vincenzo Latimer, Leviathan, Captain Michelle Hedgeworth, all gone. You
He
have
stands up.
no recourse. You stand at the precipice of your demise, at the hands of one you don't even remember. All that you own will soon be mine. All that you hold dear will soon fall to ash, and yet you will live to see it all happen. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
Who are you?
My name is unimportant. What does matter is, and then I speak the words of power.
Which are?
I get to make them up?
Yeah.
Oh, unless they were in here and I missed them.
Nope.
Okay.
There it is, the words of power. It's so essentially words of power, whatever it is that you say, but it must have so much meaning. It must for this to work, it must embody all that you are feeling and all of your intention.
The righteous seek righteous revenge on those who sully their name. Families destroyed or reborn again. Those who seek only to destroy will fall to ash. You and all of your line will fail from time immemorial. And I throw it into the fire.
He watches it. The handkerchief hits the fire, begins to burn. As it begins to burn, he turns to you and and you can see the cane that he wields. He flicks it with his thumb, and a small blade shines out, and he goes, "You won't live to see revenge, you fucking whelp." And as he pulls the blade from the cane and begins to walk towards you, "I have walked over so many bodies to get where I am, and I will not stop now." And he points it at you, and as he does, you can see his arm begin to smoke. And he...
Oh, there's no smoking in here.
What have you done? And his clothes begin to burn as and he whips them off, throwing them to the ground. They do not burn him. He is not burned. He is simply panicking. As he's ripping it off, the cane falls to the ground and shatters, crumbling into ash. As his clothes fall to ash, you see him standing before you, naked.
You are nothing.
With nothing but a bleeding hand. As he... And you hear what sounds like people calling and screaming from outside as he rushes to the window and pulls the curtains, not worrying about the way he looks. You see the scars from his battle, as he, from old past battles, as he opens up the windows and looks. The house that you have stolen was right across the street from his.
Mm-hmm.
As he gets a front row view to the destruction of his own home, as it burns to the ground, all of his servants safely outside.
If I kick him out the window, out of curiosity, we're not high enough up that it would kill him, correct?
If you don't want to be.
I don't want to be.
It was your room, wherever you brought him. You want it to be on like...
It'll be ouchy, but
second
not...
floor?
Yeah.
As he...
boot to the back. Push!
As the glass shatters and he falls with it, the glass kind of cutting into his body, as he just and slams onto the ground, breaking his leg and his arm.
Sure.
And being cut pretty badly, but he'll live.
I would like to slowly walk over to my drink stand. What are they called?
A bar cart?
My bar cart.
Mm-hmm.
Pour my finest vintage. Yeah, excellent. And then pour a big glass of it, look out the window, and goes, "One last drink to send you on your way." And then I just pour it down on him. Yeah.
Just showers onto his face. Grimulgan, you have left him with no avenue with which to bring back his power. No recourse. As far as you know, you're allowing him to live, but Weatherford, he's fucked. He will have to make his way in life the way you did, the way your family did. Do you return to the party?
Of course I do. Have a great night.
And as paramedics carry him off, you do not let the party stop. You celebrate. And for the first time in a long time, Grimulgan, probably in the first time in your entire life, though she is a bit drunk, your mother grasps your shoulder and looks you dead in the eye and says, "I am proud of you."
Thank you, Mother.
Let's get back to living, shall we?
Yes.
And she cheers and makes her way, though she is kind of an awful woman. You have put her back in her element where she can't do as much harm.
Yeah.
Your sister seems just as kind of unchanged, just sort of like, okay, like bubbly and happy. And you've protected her well enough.
Yeah.
And your brother, though solemn, though he has been hurt by this life, you can see as he sort of sits in a corner drinking quietly. You walk over to him and you share a moment with your brother.
Whatever you want is yours, brother.
I'm good. I'm good with this.
Good.
Thank you, Cream.
Of course.
It's going to get weird calling you that, but...
No, you can use my real name. It's all right.
I forget what it was.
I've actually never said my real name out loud.
What is your brother calling?
So
I'd have to look through the notes. I apologize.
I don't know that I don't think I've ever.
We've never said it in the game. No,
I've never. No. I've actually just blanked on my own last name. He's Jonathan Swift Findley.
Right, John.
Huh.
Yep. That's his full name. Yeah.
And he goes back to just drinking quietly.
His cover name was Reginald James Findley, but his true name.
It was close. Yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
I thought it was James for that reason. I thought his first name was James, but it was John.
Yeah.
So Grimulkin, you have the rest of the night, and it's great. And I think we're going to end there.
That's a perfect place.
With the party, with the camera
Yay.
panning up to a wonderful party, though a broken window.
Whatever.
But other than that, and as we see the beautiful party, the camera gets a little wider. We see a destroyed house, just the wreckage of who got in your path.
Yeah.
Now, that is it for tonight, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the party. Don't forget to check out our Discord, our Patreon. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, tabletoploot.com, rootink.com, sonerdwear.com. So Nerdwear, it's what the nerds.
It's what the nerds wear.
I've heard that. I've heard that's
and
a thing.
Roll20, which is awesome and super useful for running these games. Let's go around the room. Everybody, tell us who you are, tell us where to find you, and tell us who you think deserves an extra XP tonight. I think I know who it is, but everybody have fun and pick your own. Let's start with Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear on Instagram. Tonight was fun. I have to give the XP to Grimulkin. That ending was perfect. Just freaking perfect. I love it.
That was good. And Death by Mage?
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Death by Mage, and you can find me for all the wonderful things from the DM's Guild, such as Artifacts of the Guild, Journey in the Feywild, the Jubilexian Slime Race, and soon to be coming out the 12 Days of Midwinter, and also the Book of Seasons for solstices. So if you like a volleyball beach mini game in your D&D adventure, you look forward to that. And if you want a rendition of the Nutcracker Suite, look forward to that. And also right now there's a sale going on for on the DM's Guild for Black Friday all the way through, I think, through the week for Thanksgiving. Anyways, for my pick, it is definitely going to be going to Grimulkin for extra XP. That ending was just the best.
Yes.
Excellent. And Throck?
I'm giving my extra XP to Ebony for ripping somebody's spine out. I feel like if I didn't have my ending tonight, it would have been Ebony's for ripping somebody's spine out anyway. So that is obviously who I would want to give it to. Hey, I'm Sean, also known as Throck Plays, co-founder here. Welcome to the party. It's fun tonight. I got to end my story the way I was hoping. And how many times do you actually get to do that in RPGs? Almost never. So that's pretty great. Yay! Cool. You can find me next. What is today? You can find me next on Friday running D&D at 9 p.m. Eastern on our pirate game, Yar, Blood and Shackles.
Yar.
All right. And Bisonic?
Hello, my name is Bisonic Kevin, and you can find me here every Tuesday on Riff's Blood, Dirge, and Chrome, where we are having an amazing time every Tuesday at 8 p.m. With Throck and Evan, and that game is an absolute blast.
Yes,
So as you can hear, I'm losing
voice.
my voice. So thank you everybody for joining us, and it goes to Grimulkin. And
Yeah.
All right. And I am Evan. I was your storyteller this evening. I am in the Rifts game, as was previously mentioned, and I run this game every Wednesday. And we'll be done on the 18th, I do believe, will be the final episode. Is that correct, Throck? Did I do that counting right?
So, what,
It
the
should be
8th?
No, the 18th, I think. It should be just
yeah,
enough time to
sadly,
finish.
it's the 18th because Christmas is the next Wednesday, and then it's New Year's Day the day after. But if anybody wants to plan New Year's Day and we need an extra day, we can figure that out.
Mhm.
Because we don't
Well,
start until
okay.
like the 6th on the
We'll
new
cross
season.
that
but
bridge
yeah.
when we get there. My goal is to try to get everybody's backstories done, and like everybody gets to have their own personal finale per episode. And then
Yeah.
if we do have an episode left, it'll be like a I can make it like a Christmas episode where it's like, let's steal. I'm like, yay!
Let's go
Let's
doing
steal from
jobs again.
Santa. Maybe you have to steal from the spirit of Christmas. I don't know. I'll think about it.
I now kind of want to
you mean
do
the
that on
cannibal
Christmas
eating
Day.
spirit of Christmas.
yeah, the Krampus, which in this world, obviously, it's Krampus. You're going
yeah.
to steal from Krampus and his elves.
Yeah.
Either way, and
I would
yeah,
love us to do
so
a Christmas Day one. That'd be great. Anyways,
I'm glad that you guys could join us. So we'll figure out if we want to do that. I think obviously it's unanimous because of the ending, because of how you described that. Definitely you get the extra XP. So everybody gets 5. We're going to
Yay.
get 6. today. And yeah, so that is our game. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for next Wednesday when it is someone else's turn to whoop the fucking piss out of their bad guy.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
Woo! All right, everyone. We love you so much. We're going to head out for the night. Have a good one. Thank you for our new followers and all the subs and the bits and everything. That was amazing. We love you so much. I need to check to make sure we're actually having Millennium Nights tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. But I will send out a tweet with an update to let everyone know if it's canceled or whatever. Okay, so we'll be back tomorrow, probably at 8 p.m. Eastern with Millennium Nights. Bye!
Bye.
Good night.